All right, how you doing? All right, man, it's going to be one of those nights tonight. Chris Medina is here. That's right, Chris Medina. So this is how we're going to do it, like we do it every other night. So I'm warning you now. We're going to use one phone line. Chris, I'm going to explain this to you a little bit. The reason why, yes, we have a couple of phone banks here, but for clarity and bandwidth and everything else and the way that the system is run here, I will leave Chris on one bank and not bring in other calls on that bank. I could, but I don't want his tone and sound interrupted. Okay, it's really that simple. So I'm going to have everybody on the 323-825-5045 number tonight. That's the first thing. I'm going to explain all of this again in just a bit, too, as well. I'm almost out of time. One question, one answer. Phones are going to be jammed. It's going to be crazy tonight. I will get to everybody that I can. I'll get as many calls on hold as I can. If it's busy, just keep calling. If I don't pick up, remember, I'm going to have 30, 40 phone calls in front of me, and I can't sit here and just click on 30 things and stuff. I do the best that I can to line up 2 or 3 in a row, but it's just insane. It's insane. And that's it. So you got to deal with that. It's going to be a fun show. One question, one answer, and have respect for everybody else that's on hold, okay? And everybody that came before you with one question, one answer, so you could get on the phone. You know, don't hog. Don't be a Chris Medina hog. It's going to be a great show. Can't wait. And that's it. I got in here a little late tonight, so I apologize for that. But we're going live here in 5 seconds. Enjoy the show. It's Chris Medina.
Radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985. You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Welcome. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Tonight, Chris Medina is here. It is Monday, June 19th, 2018. 169 days into the new year. 196 days left. Little play on numbers. You like that? Well, that's the night we're about to have. We are live from a bunker somewhere in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, and I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the Planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? All right. Chris Medina is here. We're going to be taking your phone calls all night long. He's one of the best psychics in the country. And laying down the law now like we do every time we do a show like this. Okay? One question, one answer. That's it. We're running one set of phone lines tonight. 323-825-5045. And look, the calls are coming in now. I get it. You're not going to be on hold for an hour. That ain't going to happen. I'm not putting anybody on hold. You're not going to get to the front of the line. Just hang up. Just hang up. It ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It's going to be in an hour, okay? And then we're going to go for the entire night. And look. I wish I could turn the camera on so you guys could see this screen. There's 30 phone calls sitting here, and I knew it was going to be like this. No. So stop. It also clutters up when that many phone calls comes in at the same time. My show notes and stuff gets all covered up, man. Don't do that to me. So funny, man. That's it's going to be too cool. Okay, so one question, one answer. And have respect for everybody that it was in front of you and that is behind you, that played inside of the rules and did it right. Okay, you should do the same thing. Okay, all right. Not hey Jimmy, so hey Chris, no. Okay, no. So that's tonight. Chris Medina is here. I cannot wait until he's in here. It's just fantastic. He hasn't been here in a while. Tomorrow night is our Disclosure Fest special event with Adrian Valera. He is the co-founder and producer of Disclosure Fest. He's going to be here with us all night, along with David Wilcock, Corey Good, and Emery Smith. That's going to be a blowout blockbuster show. So that is tomorrow night. Thursday is another Fader night with John Rappaport. He's going to be here with his No More Fake Newsroom live, followed by open lines all night long. The call-in numbers are 323-825-5045 or 323-275-9695. But tonight, we're just using one phone bank, 323-825-5045. All right, I spent my day over at On Stellar, and then I went back and I thought about this. I thought, I realized that I have announced that we're phasing out Facebook. And all of the Facebook posts that we do right now are automatic posts, right? I don't write anything. It's just automatic posts that we do for the show. That's it. And I haven't posted over there. So I posted over there today on Facebook. I didn't even want to do it. So I posted over there, hey, I'm not here anymore. These are automatic posts that you have been reading, and you've got to come over to On Stellar. And that's what you really need to do, is go over to On Stellar. I tweeted it out again today. On Stellar is so amazing. It's just Facebook is not right to me now. It's really weird. I just look at it and I see all of the problems. I know everything that is great about On Stellar and why it is there. And I look at Facebook. Facebook offers nothing. They offer nothing. Isn't that crazy? It's Tuesday, not Monday. I know it's Tuesday. Who said it was Monday? I said it was Monday? Oh, I did. I might have. It's Tuesday, June 19th. But yeah, Facebook offers nothing. They have nothing cool over there. They don't have one single feature that is cool. Right? Nothing. There are so many additional things over at On Stellar and more coming, by the way. and the fact that it doesn't have ads or data mining or censorship or anything like that, it doesn't do it for me anymore. It just doesn't do it. So that's why I posted over on Facebook. You know, my Facebook posts over here are automatic. I don't read posts over here. I don't go and read what other people are saying. I don't have the time. It's a time management issue now too as well. I just seriously, I invest so much time into social media and what it means to me. I really enjoy connecting with everybody, but I don't have, you know, that kind of extra time during the day. And so now one had to give, and I don't enjoy Facebook. I really don't enjoy it. Looking at the interactions and the people and how people are communicating and how they're enjoying OnStellar, because they get it, right? They get it. They, you know, once you go over there and taste it and see it and run it and feel it and look around and explore, you realize really, really quickly, I mean, how bad Facebook is. So that's it. You need to come over to OnStellar, where we and everybody else is at. It's onstellar.com, ONSTELLAR.com. That's it. It is the future. I'm telling you now. I got a piece of email the other day. What was it? Or was it Twitter? Jimmy, I hear too much about OnStellar. No, you haven't. You have not. You have not. As if you haven't. What? You haven't heard Facebook enough in your life? You have not heard enough about OnStellar. That is never going to quit. OnStellar is the place to be. Twitter at JChurchRadio. Simple. You can follow me there. YouTube. The links are at jimmychurchradio.com, and you can go and subscribe to the channel there. And very soon, OnStellar will have their video channels up. And man, at that point, and the chats, oh, it's going to be really cool. Some of the updates coming up. It's going to be really, really cool. Okay, the sandbox where we hang out is hashtag F2B on Twitter. Come and hang out with us right there. We'll burn through 2,000-3,000 tweets tonight, maybe even more. You can also email throughout the show, jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can hashtag F2BQ in Twitter, and I will see it there. Okay. Let's see. Rita, can you please post the Australian International Code and number like you did for me before? Forgot to save it. Promise I won't ask again. We have an Australian International Code? I'm not even sure what that means. Dexter. I guess you and Rita got that worked out. I have no idea what that means. Our next event's coming up this weekend, this Saturday, Disclosure Fest. This Saturday, June 23rd. I'll be hosting, speaking there. A huge list of speakers. Huge. There's going to be over 100 vendors and brands. There are going to be food trucks. It's a vegan event, by the way. Don't say anything. I'll make it through. Don't worry about it. I'll make it through it. But food trucks, music. They've got tents with yoga and meditation. Outdoor film festival. Corey Good's going to be there. David Wilcock and Emery Smith, who will be with us tomorrow night. They're going to be there with their new documentary, and I think I'm going to host that panel with those guys, and that's going to be really cool too as well. So it's a full day down there. I don't know how many speakers total, but it's 40 probably or more. So and 20 musical acts. So, yeah, come on down. It's all day, and it is free. Okay? It's that simple. Disclosurefest.org. You go, register, get your tickets, and then we'll see you down there. OnStellar is going to be there, too, as well. You can meet everybody from OnStellar. Come on down. It's at the, you ready for this? The Los Angeles State Historic Park in downtown L.A., 35 acres. And I know what you're saying. How can there be a 35-acre park in downtown L.A.? I know. It's prime real estate, and it's right there next to Chinatown. It is ginormous and beautiful. It's just beautiful. So come down and hang out with us. And then right after that, our Soul Tech Gathering is going down August 9th through the 12th. up at ECETI Ranch. Very simple. We've got some tickets left, soultechgathering.com. And Corey Good is my special guest. He's going to be running around with me all day. We've also got James Gilliland, Jason Quitt, Matthew Ryan, Michaela Sheldon. I can't wait for Michaela. Teresa Yanaris. Can't wait for Teresa. Holly Marie. Can't wait for Holly. Marie Gabriel. John Lund, Dana Harvey. Billy Carson is going to be there. Laura Cantu. And last night's guest, Christina Contini. Does it get any better than that? I ask you. It doesn't. That's August 9th through the 12th. Soul Tech up at ECETI Ranch. And then 1 week later, I'm going to wing it out to beautiful Loveland, Colorado, August 17th through the 19th. Dimensions of Disclosure. This is Corey Good's event with Corey, David Wilcock, Emery Smith, Teresa Yanaris, Gerald O'Donnell, Jordan Sather, and 20 other speakers and presenters. Dimensionsofdisclosure.com. Do you see a trend going on here? If you go back and look at speakers at these big events, if you go look at YouTube channels and look at the web and look at Facebook, there are speakers that weren't there 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. What is going on now with, the likes of, Corey and Emery and Teresa and Jordan and Justin Deschamps? I can go on and on. There is a new wave that has arrived. And with that comes that generation too as well. And it is a wave. It's a wave. I love it. It is just so fun for us. Not only that we've, Fade to Black in a very small sort of way played a part in this. John D'Souza, Jason Quitt, right? When you look at how we have put this together, like John Lund and Dana Harvey and Billy Carson, right? Michaela Sheldon, Matthew Ryan. You look at these names. These are names that are new. These are fresh minds and mindsets and research coming in. And most of them had their first radio show right here with us. And I love that. I love that. They were, I take them over to Coast. It's the first time on Coast to Coast. And seeking, that's what we do here. We're out there seeking and looking for the fresh minds and knowledge. But they also seek us too as well, because they know we're cool. That is a bright ass shirt, Jimmy. It's expensive too. It stretches. Look, it's like this weird material. Is it that bright? Look, it just stretches. Watch this. Watch. Is that crazy? Okay. All right. I love you guys. You guys are the best audience in the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. Over 73 archive shows, custom apps, Apple, Android, all platforms, just $2 a month. Go over to jimmychurchradio.com. Click on that podcast banner. Aren't you glad you had the podcast when everything went down on YouTube? I know you were. Think about that for a second, right? Right? When the doo-doo hits the fan, you got the podcast app. Doo-doo hits the fan, you got the membership. You can go to your membership and you've got your downloads. Think about that. I'm just saying. Don't forget all of our sponsors here. Life Change Tea, GetTheTea.com, River Moon Coffee, Ancient Life Oil, Sacred Skulls, New Mana Food Storage, and Bearing Optics. You go over to jimmychurchradio.com. Those are sponsors of the show. Those are sponsors. We have other ads that run. We have an agency that feeds us ads, and that's fine, and you hear those chains up. But these are our sponsors that sponsor the show, sponsor a segment. They're here with us. They've been with us for years, and it is the biggest part of how this show is funded and runs and comes to you every single night. And being able to, I want you to understand, each and every one of you, being able to come in here every single night at 7 p.m. Pacific and go live with a guest and the show year after year, day after day, week after week is because of those sponsors and your support of those sponsors. So go and visit all of them. It's all the best products. It's River Moon's the best coffee, Life Changing, the best organic health solutions out there. Life Change Tea, Ancient Life Oil, right? Sacred Skulls, the best art you've ever seen in your life. Numana Food Storage. Oh, I'm going to eat me some Numana tonight when I get home. It's that good. And Bearing Optics, Night Vision, right? There you go. Those are our sponsors here. Please visit all of them. Let's get the show cracking. Happy birthday to today, the one and only Mia Sarah. Yep, I said it, Mia Sarah. And for those of you out there that missed it, Mia Sarah was Ferris Bueller's girlfriend in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She did like 2 movies. She did 2. She did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and whenever that was, right, 1981, 1982, something like that. And then she did Legend with Tom Cruise, and that was like Tom Cruise's first movie in 1982. Or, yeah, probably 82, I'm thinking Legend. Mia Sarah today is 50 years old. Wow. I'm sure she's still out there doing stuff, but you don't really have to. Those 2 movies are great. All right. Okay. Here we go. On this day in history, 1983, James Gandolfini dies of a heart attack while vacationing in Rome, Italy. The earth changed just a little bit that day, didn't it? Fader fact. Okay, here we go. Fader fact. Now, this is one of those fader facts where you're going to go BS, Jimmy. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But here we go. Charles Darwin. Yeah, that Charles Darwin ate every animal he discovered. That's your fader fact. And if you don't buy it, let me repeat it. Charles Darwin, out there discovering rare species of animals, the rarest, ate every one that he discovered. That's right. Including owls. He loved owls. He loved discovering rare owls, and then he ate them. He ate a rare puma. He loved iguanas. And are you ready? Giant tortoises. Charles Darwin loved giant tortoises so much that were indigenous to a couple of places here, right? Including the Galapagos Islands. He loved the giant tortoises of the Galapagos so much that he took 48 of them back to England so he could eat them for dinner with his friends. And that is a fader fact. Seriously. Next person that comes at me about Charles Darwin, Richard Dawkins. Man. So, there you go. Oh, David Pendleton. Oh, God. That's funny, though. That's funny. That's funny. That will go down pretty good at the Comedy Store. That's okay. I'm going to give you credit on that. And at least you thought through it. It's pretty good. I can't say it on the air, but that's pretty funny. All right, here we go. How much time do I have? I got to get something off my chest. You guys may not like it. And I get it. But you have to hear me out. You have to wait to the end. All right, then you'll get it. A former CIA and NSA programmer has been charged with stealing and leaking classified information and with possessing child pornography. His name is Joshua Adam Schultz. And he's the guy thought to be behind WikiLeaks' exposure of the CIA's hacking tools. And do you remember that? Schult was working, and by the way, it's Schulte. Schult worked in the CIA's Engineering Development Group, which built the tools used by the United States Intelligence Agency to crack electronic devices and use them for surveillance. He left the agency in late 2016. Now listen to me. In the indictment, which was filed by the U.S. Attorney's Office in New York's Southern District on Monday, Schult was charged with 13 counts of alleged theft of classified defense information from the CIA, which then he allegedly handed over to WikiLeaks. Joshua is also accused of possessing child pornography. 10,000 images and videos were discovered by FBI agents in an encrypted folder on Schult's personal computer during a raid last year at his home. That's right. 10,000 images, videos in an encrypted folder. How did the folder get there, you might ask? Is this entrapment? Was it planted? Is he a scapegoat? Right? Have they singled this guy out? Is there something else going on? It's always funny, isn't it, when something like this goes down and then child pornography is brought into the picture. I always find that interesting. But let's not jump to conclusions here. Okay? All right. Other charges are spreading malware, lying to the FBI, obstructing justice, and copyright infringement. He faces 135 years behind bars. And that's how you get to that 135 years, right? They sit you down, and all you got to do in your interview is lie. And and it could be about anything. It could be about dinner, what you ate that day, a phone call that you made or didn't make, or anything like, boom, you lied to the FBI. That's a charge. So now, and every lie is another charge, and obstructing justice, and the whole thing just adds up, and you come up with this number 135 years. Right? Now, the spreading malware charge, that's a big one. Everything else is added up, right? Boom. And then get to the end of all of this, and then you've got this child pornography. Now, Schult was probably behind the Vault 7 release by WikiLeaks. Yes, I'm saying it now. I'm saying probably. I'm not accusing anybody. He's got to go to court. He's got to present his side of the story and build a defense and so forth. But he probably did it. Okay? And there's reasons why I say he probably did it. Because he says he did. But that's another thing. But that exposed, the Vault 7 exposed the CIA's hacking tools. And that was a big day. I went through WikiLeaks, those 9,000 documents, and I know you remember it. I talked about it here on this show when WikiLeaks first published those, showing how the CIA can spy on you through your smart TVs, your home security systems, right? Right? Some baby monitor, or how they could get through to you through your Android or your iOS, Windows platforms. They were planning stuff on MacBooks before it got shipped out. Yeah, think about that, right? Well, it was all in Vault 7. WikiLeaks began publishing Vault 7 materials on March 7th, right? Okay. Remember that date. Here we go. I can't believe this is 2018 already. Unbelievable. Schult pleaded not guilty to the child porn. Right? Hasn't entered his pleas yet on everything else, including the Vault 7 leak to WikiLeaks. But the charges continue to add up. They're adding more and more charges every single day. And here's where it gets a little bit funky. Long before handing over the CIA's hacking techniques to WikiLeaks, Schultz had posted the source code, listen to me, had posted the source code for a CIA hacking tool online. And that happened as early as the fall of 2016, several months after Edward Snowden started to expose his stuff. 3 years before WikiLeaks, Schultz uploaded the software for the CIA's OSB Project Wizard to his own personal GitHub page. Is this thing on? Are you listening to this? So then I ask you, is Joshua a scapegoat? Well, it depends if getting caught uploading CIA code to your personal GitHub page is worth 135 years. I call that pretty stupid. Listen, if you're going to whistleblow, you got to make sure your past is clean, really clean. You don't want to get caught running a child porn site. Wait a minute. What did I say? Joshua actually said to the FBI that he just managed, air quotes, managed the secure folder containing the images and video for someone, and that he didn't know its contents, but it was on his computer. Now, Joshua killed it for all of the real OG whistleblowers out there. Think about what I just said. So that 135 years, scapegoat, making an example of, trumped up charges, obstructing justice, lying to the FBI. Dude had child porn on his computer, 10,000 images in a secure folder, and admitted to it. But it wasn't mine. It was a friend's. Think about that. And this is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, Chris Medina is here. We're taking your phone calls all night long. We're going to do that at the top of the hour. Top of the hour. One call, one answer. Chris Medina, psychic. I'm going to get out of here because when I come back, Chris Medina is going to be here with us and you. Stay with us. It's Fade to Black on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio.
When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
What can I say about the most popular tea on the internet? And what do customers say about Life Change Tea at getthetea.com? A lot. But by federal law, we at getthetea.com cannot make claims to how this product can enhance your health. We cannot even post our testimonies without being in compliance. So how do we get past the hump? Try our products at getthetea.com and see for yourself. You can send us a testimony, but we just can't post it. Bummer. Our products are GMO-free and organic. We pride ourselves in being the best we can be, and we urge you to take charge of your health. We're 11 years strong, and many of our customers have shared their successes with friends and family. Protect your colon. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. Getthetea.com.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, The Planet.
Win big with KGRA this summer. Tickets and hotel accommodations to the biggest conferences, autographed books and DVDs, chances to win all-inclusive conference cruises, and private dinners with your favorite KGRA hosts. Click the contest tab at kgraradio.com for your chance to win big this summer. Your contact for the best alternative talk radio on the planet. kgraradio.com.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, psychic Chris Medina is here. Tomorrow night is our big Disclosure Fest special event. Adrian Valera, producer, co-founder of Disclosure Fest, will be here for the show, along with David Wilcock, Corey Good, and Emery Smith. That's tomorrow night. Thursday night's another Fader night, open lines all night long. All right, so get ready for that. Tonight, it's Chris Medina. Natural-born psychic medium with Native American ancestry, Apache, by the way. Born and raised right here in Los Angeles, California. His earliest memory of having this second sight was when he was about 3 or 4 years of age. Friends and family would come around and hear and see things about a certain person or persons that were so specific. Telling them this information often came as a shock. Being so young, he could not understand why everybody else was freaking out. Well, the realization of what he could do made him understand how very different he was from most people that he had encountered. It became apparent that he was seeing more than just faces and clothes on people. And as he got older, his senses became stronger and the encounters were not always pleasant. He began to see energies as well as the ability to hear certain things. Now, tonight, we're going to take your phone calls. We're going to do that at the top of the hour, okay? So I'm not opening up the phone lines just yet. But you get to ask Chris one question, and you're going to get one answer. And I would like to welcome back to Fade to Black, the one and only Chris Medina. Chris, how are you, man?
I am good. How are you?
How have you been?
Oh, my God. I have been so busy, but so blessed and so grateful.
Now, Chris, I wanted to ask you because you hung out with some pretty cool people growing up. We've discussed it previously on the show, but
oh yeah,
what I would consider a pretty fun, eclectic crowd. That's me, but you know who I am, so I would be totally into it. But did you ever get busted with, say, cigarettes, and you told your parents it was your best friend's cigarettes, they weren't yours?
Oh no, you know me personally. You know how I am here. I got caught, but I got busted smoking cigarettes at my grandmother's house, and did not lie about it.
Oh, see, I see that's you.
But see, then I had the pleasure of smoking that whole pack of cigarettes in 5 minutes.
I know. I remember that. That was like the treatment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, parents today would probably go to jail.
Yeah,
right.
And I got the special cigarettes. I got the Camel Wides with no filter.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. I bet you that went smoothly. I remember. I bring this up because this doofus, this CIA guy, right, gets caught with child porn on his computer, and he tells the FBI it wasn't his. He was just watching it for a friend, right? It's just like, dude, it's like the oldest story in the book.
Right.
And I was sitting here thinking, I remember I have the same story, and we all kind of do, just like you did with your grandmother. You got caught. You had to smoke the pack of cigarettes. Mm-hmm. I was sitting having dinner with my parents in the kitchen. And we had a dining room that we never ate in, right? Like everybody, right? Just sat there. And then we always ate in the kitchen at the kitchen table in the kitchen. And in the kitchen was on the floor doggy bowls, right? Food and water. And I'm sitting there eating dinner with my family, my mom and dad, my two brothers, and we're sitting there eating. And I get up to get some more food from the stove. And I'm in my socks. And I step in some spilled dog water on the floor, and it went into my sock. And I went, oh, man, and I took my sock off, right? And out pops a Bic lighter that I had tucked in my sock. And it bounces literally across the kitchen floor, plop, 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 and lands next to my dad in his chair, and he looks down. It's like a red Bic lighter. You know, what else could it be? And he looks up and he keeps eating. And I said, "It's Mark's." You know, our next door neighbor. I'm holding the lighter for him. Right? It's just like the biggest load of crap. You know. And I remember, you know, I lost car privileges or whatever for a month, and whatever, I forget what it was, but they brought down the hammer. But and then my dad goes, "Why don't you and I go next door and give it back to Mark?" And I was like, "Nah, Dad, we don't need to do that, do we, bro? Come on."
You're all looking out the window. He's not home. He's not home.
He's not home. Let's give it to Mark's dad. Ah. All right, it's mine. So anyway, it's just so funny. And we all, it's like the oldest fib in the book. That's the oldest one. It's the oldest one. It's so funny. So you and I were talking the other day. I'm a big foodie, and I didn't want to let this go. Before we get started with what we're going to do tonight. I know. You know, I am pretty proud of my cooking. I like to post pictures. We have really cool parties and dinner parties and stuff. And I called you up the other day, and hold on. I called you 15 times, and I couldn't get through to you. Finally, you got back to me saying, "I've been cooking all day." And I couldn't pick up the phone. And I said, "What are you cooking?" And you said,
I said marinara, meatballs, and pesto.
And I said, "Really?"
No. Let's be fair. You said, "I bet it's not as good as mine."
That was my next line. Okay, yes. And I said, "I bet it's good. I bet it's good, but it's not as good as mine." And you called me on that and said, "BS, man, mine's the best." And when you are a real true foodie and you make a red sauce from scratch, you are proud of that, like I am, right? And I am proud of my red sauce. I don't think anything is better. And you said, "No, mine is the best." And I love that. Can you share a secret in your red sauce?
A secret in my red sauce. Yeah, I can. I don't want to give too much away, but that one special ingredient, as always, is love.
Oh, I mean, stop. Oh.
So, I mean...
Stop.
Mine may not be very traditional. It does have a kick to it. I do put a little of this, a little of that. I'm not going to give the whole recipe away, but it's that love. It's that Chris Medina touch that makes it so extra special.
All right, okay. You know what? I'm going to give one of my secrets.
Okay.
This is what I do. Aside from prepping, I do 3 different kinds of tomatoes. I do a tomato sauce. I do a crushed tomato, and then I do chopped tomatoes. Okay? So that all cooks separately with those secret spices. But this is what I do. In a separate saute pan, I build my vegetable mix. So in heavy butter,
Absolutely.
I do green onions, red onions, crushed garlic, of course, everything organic, everything fresh, green peppers, and mushrooms. And all of that gets sauteed together for about 45 minutes. And so I reduce the mushrooms. Those are cooked down there, right? They shrink up. And I take that off of as soon as the onions turn clear. Now, all of those vegetables are now cooked in together, and that butter sauce that is at the bottom is insane, right? It's got everything in it
that all the flavors at.
That's it. And then after the red sauce that is cooking separately is brought back and it starts to come together, then I add the vegetables to that. And with all the flavored butter, it all goes in at the same time. Instead of cooking in the red sauce and cooking the vegetables there, I saute them. And I saute the crap out of them. And that's good just to eat by itself, by the way. Just take a big spoon and just munch those vegetables. But that's one of my secrets. I'm not going to talk about the meats, how I do that, and a couple of other things. But that's what I do, and it takes a long time. We're talking about, probably 3-4 hours before it goes into simmer mode.
They got to get together. They got to marinate. They got to love each other. I mean, all that love in that pan, 3 to 4 hours is the perfect time for all that.
Right.
But let me share one thing though. I will share this with you. Do you use red wine in your sauce?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
Just a little bit of something else there. So I like to use that, and I use all fresh herbs, fresh oregano, fresh parsley, all the good stuff. I don't use green onions. I'll use 2 large sweet onions and maybe 10 cloves of garlic.
Yeah, I do. Probably 10 cloves of garlic. I like red onions instead of the white, sweet, yellow, or white onions. I go with red. For a couple of different reasons, but the funkiest one is I like the color, right? I like the way it looks in the sauce, so that's part of it. But occasionally, it depends on the mood that I'm in, I'll saute with a dash of wine the vegetables. And then sometimes I'll do it post and put it directly into the sauce and let it simmer. And then sometimes I won't do it at all. So it just depends.
If you hit those vegetables with that red wine and let it reduce, it makes kind of a little bit of a syrup. When you add the tomato sauce to those vegetables, Jesus.
I know.
I mean, the color is amazing.
Red wine only goes into lasagna sauce. That's according to Karen. She just tweeted.
Hey, Karen.
But I love to cook, and so does Rita. And when we do our dinner parties, we don't shortcut on anything. We could, but we don't. And everything is made by scratch. And
well, how about that spread that Rita put together when we were? The only time that I've ever eaten with you guys was at the what is Alien Snowfest, and you guys had that spread, all those different meats and all that good stuff there.
Yes. That was a bunch of Armenian and Russian meats. Yes.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, so good. And the way that you eat all of that, because it's ceremony with the chilled vodka. And so there's the process. Believe me, Armenians and Russians have that process down, right? They know how to drink their vodka. And but yeah, you were there. One of these nights, we got to get you and Jay over to the house for one of our dinner parties.
I would love that.
Yeah, one year. This is a couple of years ago. Okay, we need to get on the psychic stuff because I could talk food all night. One year, we did an Italian night, and so we did stuffed shells. We did lasagna. We did fettuccine and spaghetti with a red sauce, and also we had a white sauce. We did sautéed shrimp with Italian spices, and we did homemade tiramisu. Now, that meal took us about 2.5 days to cook. and prep and get ready. It was so much work, but man, that was one of the great nights over here. So it was so great that we decided not to ever do it again. Kind of like building the Great Pyramid, right? They built one. They stepped back and said, it's cool. We're done. Right?
I mean, I was just telling Jay this the other day. Just one last thing about food here. I was telling him when we were cooking on Sunday, I was like, it doesn't take so long to cook it as it does prepping everything, chopping, mincing, getting everything all put together, and then throwing. And then that's the hardest part of it all. Because then after that, it's just throwing it in the pan.
Right. Yeah. The amount of time. We will have this is no joke, 3 cutting boards on the island, right? Mm-hmm. 3 cutting boards all going. We got stuff here chopping, we got stuff here, we got a food processor, we got a blender, and we've got another a spare. One thing that we do use, we've got a spare coffee grinder that we grind spices in. Right? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't want to put coffee in a grinder that you just did nutmeg or whatever.
Or oregano.
Yeah, oregano. Right. Exactly. There you go. So, but yeah, I love the whole foodie aspect of it. And Rita and I built our house and built the kitchen just to make sure the custom, when we had the kitchen installed, it was done with intention, with purpose of having guests over, family over, and cooking and having it set up to do just that. It's like a professional kitchen, which it is, and we've got everything there that we need, and probably too much stuff.
But it all comes in handy, though. Well, and I am dying to come over for dinner. Let me know when. I'm there, and I will bring a dish.
Yeah. Hey, Rita, let's do it Sunday. I'm just playing. Okay, all right.
She's all looking at you like, are you out of your mind?
She's down the hall. I'll get the text here in a second. What are you doing? Yeah, Rajan just said, I'll be your line cook. Yeah, absolutely. A saucier. We need a saucier. So, Chris, your life as a psychic, take me through a typical day, and how exhausting is it mentally to go through a day of readings and interfacing with your clients, and then ending the day doing what you're about to do tonight, which is go to the Super Bowl of psychic readings?
Right. Yeah, it is. It's intense, for lack of a better word. I am up as soon as I get up. I hit the gym. I have to have a little bit of alone time to kind of get my head together, and then I start doing my readings around 1:00 in the afternoon, and it lasts up until 9:00 at night. And it is just one right after the other. So I try to give myself a 15-minute break in between. But like I said, I am booked beyond belief. I got readings coming out of everywhere. Not to mention I'm getting ready to launch my own podcast. So putting that work into it, and then making my rounds, meeting everybody, and then even reading them as I'm meeting them, because you meet a psychic, they want a reading, they want to know about stuff. So it's exhausting. But again, I wouldn't trade it in. I love what I'm doing. I'm busy. I'm having a good time with this. So many different opportunities coming into play. So many people that I'm meeting here. Good people. I just, like I said earlier, blessed. I don't know what other word to use.
Does working out? You're very tall and in shape. I'll just if you've never met Chris, he walks into the room and Chris has arrived. There's no question about that. But does the physical side, working out, does that help with the mind, the mental side?
Yeah, it gets me going. I have to get up and I have to hit the gym. That's the first thing that I do when I get up. I get up, go pick up Jay, grab Jay, go to the gym, work out there for about an hour, come home, kind of eat something light, and then start my day up.
Wow. And what is...
I need that alone time. I need that time to kind of process my thoughts. And while I'm doing that, because I already know who I have booked and set up for the day, I'll go through the readings in my head and kind of figure out, okay, what am I going to tell this person? What's coming through now? So when I start my readings, I already have notes about what it is that I'm going to tell these people.
Somebody just texted, do you use Marsala for your red wine?
No, I use two different. I depending on what they have. What's cheapest. But it's like a Cabernet or like some sort of red wine. But I haven't used Marsala yet. That's a sweet wine, right?
Yeah, it's sweet, heavy, sweet syrup, man. It's gnarly.
Yeah.
But I suppose, I mean, we've used Marsala in a couple of different things, a couple of different recipes, and I'm thinking Marsala. Well, it's sweet though. Man, it's like it's like sugar wine. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's thick.
I don't use it because I'm afraid it's going to alter the taste of the sauce, and I feel like a little goes a long way, so I don't want to overdo it. I got a heavy hand, so.
So there you go. And the other part of it, when we talk about the life of a psychic and a medium, is you probably have the ability to do what you want when you want, whether you're shopping at a store, driving in a car, at a concert, at a bar, dinner party, friends. Poor Jay doesn't have a secret in the world, right? So is it like that?
Let me give you an example here. I went, a friend of mine who invited me to a Kanye West concert, and she actually tweeted, "I will never take a psychic to a concert ever again."
I can imagine. Right.
I mean, I tried my best to relax her, but I am on 24/7. So I'm feeling the energy of the concert, the people there. I'm standing next to a guy, and he's like literally crying over Kanye West, and loving this man, and you can tell that's his favorite musician. All I wanted to do was comfort him and be like, "It's okay." Like, you immediately want to start reading him.
Now, what about Kanye? Can you read Kanye?
Oh man, we have so much catching up to do.
Yeah, because I mean it's a great honest question, right? I mean, can you it doesn't matter who's on the stage. You happen to say Kanye, but you're there in the audience, you're there and you're looking at Kanye. Can you get inside his head?
Yeah. I can. I discussed this with somebody else as well too about it, and I'm pretty sure everybody sees it here. He is feeling stifled. He wants out. He's tired of being restricted. He's tired of staying within the lines, and it's showing. I mean, there's people that ask me, I read him, and I don't want to get too into it. I've gotten a lot of flack for it, and I've gotten, strange emails. We're on the Jimmy Church show, so the conspiracy and all this bullshit with, all this crap going on with the political stuff. So I'll get emails saying, don't go there, don't talk about this again, blah, blah, blah. But I am who I am, and I'm me. I have my opinions, I have my thoughts. You don't have to listen to it, but that's my reading on him when it comes to it. He's tired of being stifled here, and it's starting to show. You can only bend the mind so far before it starts to heal itself in trying to get back into shape. And I feel like that's what's going on with him. Like he's in and out here, but the powers that be or whoever's working with him or whatever's going on behind the scenes wants to keep him that way, and his soul, his essence, his presence, it wants out.
What about?
Can you blame him?
Yeah, well, I've seen him. It's just my opinion. Save the emails, but he's also flip flopped a couple of times too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what is causing the flip flop, and that part of it I feel is honest because it's tough to flip flop. And if you're a celebrity, if you're out there like somebody like he is, well, people know instantly when you flip flop. 100 million people know that you flip-flop. So you can't flip-flop. So you want to flip-flop, but you can't. Right?
You can't afford to, no.
No, you can't. You can't do it. You got to stick to it. And he's done it a few times, and that comes across as being honest. And as crazy as that sounds about somebody like Kanye, because there were times before he flip-flopped and flipped, I thought he was out of his mind. And then he flips, and I'm like, okay, well, he's coming around. Then he flops, and I'm like, well, and then, I don't, so I just quit paying attention. But I feel that I don't know where he's flipped or flopped to today, but I think it's an honest thing for him to do when you're doing it that far forward in public.
Yeah, I think they got him back under control, if you know what I mean.
Good for him. Well, okay. What do you need? We've got about 2 minutes before we go to break. What do you need from each caller?
Nothing. I just need them to have a clear head and just be easy. That's it.
You don't need a name?
Nope. Just the question will do, and then I'll take it from there.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I always ask who's calling. So, if they give their first name, that's not going to mess you up, is it?
No. I'm more concerned about their question and giving them that honest reading there. So again, they can give me their name. They don't have to give me their name if they don't want to, because I get a little personal there. So whatever they're comfortable doing, I'm good with here. Again, one question, one answer here. So let's make it count.
Okay, let's do it. We're going to take a break right here. So there you go. We're using one phone line tonight, even though I just tweeted out 2. We're just going to do 1. 323, you know what, since I messed that up, let me retweet it. And I'm sitting here looking at the show clock, and I'm tweeting like a doofus live on the air. Okay, so let's take this off. And here come the phone calls. I expected that. And when we come back, we're gonna kick this night off. It is Psychic Chris Medina. One question, one answer, one phone line, 323-825-5045. Chris, it's going to be great. Let's try to get to the end of the night with enthusiasm. It's going to be a lot of fun. Chris Medina is with us. This is Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Network and KGRA, The Planet. Let's do this. Here we go.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Does your basement or crawl space have a damp, musty smell? Well, watch out! That's a sign of too much moisture and not enough ventilation. And that can mean increased mold growth and the buildup of harmful toxins and gases. Don't bother with a dehumidifier. It just circulates the same unhealthy air. Now there's a better way to remove these dangers and odors. It's with the computerized Wave Moisture Control Unit that reduces moisture and expels pollutants.
We replaced our old dehumidifier with the Wave unit, and in only 3 weeks, our basement is dry and the musty smell is gone.
Wave units require no maintenance, no buckets of water or filters, and costs only pennies a day to run. Breathe better, live healthier with an affordable, no-maintenance Wave unit. Call 888-717-WAVE, 888-717-WAVE, or visit dryhealthyhome.com. Dryhealthyhome.com.
Ride the wave. Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA Digital Broadcast Station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to jimmychurchradio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. Yes. We are of the Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And I'm Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. And you're listening to Jimmy Church. The Revolution.
Ancient Life Oil. Life-changing. The real oil. CBD is truly ancient life oil from the source. This oil has no psychoactive effect and is also legal in all 50 states. When you're healthy, you're happy. The truth about this wonderful plant is that it wants to give back to mankind life, longevity, and happiness. Ancient Life Oil are golden grade, all organic, non-GMO, and infused with high-quality liquid coconut oil. It's simple. Just go to ancientlifeoil.com today. That's ancientlifeoil.com. The best, purest, organic, and non-GMO CBD in the world. Go Beckley Tappy. The statements made regarding these products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Please consult your healthcare professional about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, psychic Chris Medina is here. Now, we're going to be taking your phone calls all night long. It's very simple. You heard Chris earlier. I'm going to ask you your name because I do that every time I pick up the phones here. But one question, when you're going to get one answer. The phone lines are going to be jammed all night long. And, Chris, before we get started, I wanted to ask you, could you do something via Twitter if somebody can't call in?
I'll do my best.
Okay, so interesting. Okay, so if you have anything and you can't get through on the phones or you don't have a way to call in, which I can understand, then post it in Twitter. And I'll see, because you need the person's voice, right? That helps.
Yeah, I want to be able to hear them.
Right. Okay, well, we'll try Twitter.
But if it's a general question or something that doesn't require, me to look at it or hear something, that'll work too. So we'll just play it by ear.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. You're up first. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Danae.
Hi, Danae. How are you?
I am well. I am very well. You ready for my question?
I am ready.
Okay. When will the truth and entire story of my art go mainstream about the Kachinas returning?
Okay.
When will your art go mainstream? Is that what you said?
When will the truth and entire story of my art go mainstream about the Kachinas returning?
Okay.
To be honestly, I mean, again, I'm going to be straight up here. I'm going to try to give one answer here, but when have you released or who's working with this here? Because I don't feel like I feel like it's going to be put. I feel like if you're going to do anything with it, it's going to be put out. But I don't know how mainstream it's going to go.
Okay.
I mean, I know that sounds very general and basic, but
that's the honest answer.
Yeah,
that's the honest answer. Yeah, absolutely.
Mainstream may not be the actual word. It doesn't need to be mainstream. I just need to get it out.
Right. Well, there you go. Well,
when's it going out?
Exactly.
That's it.
Okay. Do you have any idea when, Chris?
What are your plans to do? What are your plans for this August with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
See, there you go.
Because they're telling me that there's I keep seeing the number 8, and I asked if it was August. They said yes. So I don't know if that is a deadline that you planned yourself here, but I feel like there's gonna be some sort of push for August for you when this happens. So look forward to August, and if you haven't and if you're working on it, trying to finish everything up, have it done by August. August seems like the month that you want to get it out there.
Thank you, Danae. And again, listen to Chris, but it's one question, one answer. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Laura from Green Bay.
Hi, Laura from Green Bay.
Hi, I'm a new fader nut, too. I just joined.
That's what I'm talking about. We love
and I'd love
Wisconsin.
to get to East City, but that's probably going to be for next year.
Well,
but you're going to love it. It's so great.
Well, I'm from up there. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So
I know I met Jason and some of the other people, Michaela, and they're wonderful. So
no,
yeah,
I mean,
my thoughts will be with you.
I'm from the Wisconsin border, is what I mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably can tell the accent that I have.
I'm craving cheese and beer right now.
You guys are hungry tonight. That's all you can talk about is food. You're making me hungry. I'm eating chips right now.
There is nothing
midnight almost. Anyway, my question. And I was traveling on Highway 43 South on my way to Chicago for a flight. It was back in 2005. And I looked up into the sky, and coming down into Lake Michigan, there was a light in the sky, and it was traveling so fast. It was a little dot of a light, real bright, and around the light was a circle, perfect circle around it. It was traveling at such high speeds, it was barely, like we saw it, and my husband said, "Did you see that?" And we were just... So my question is, it's always bothered me, was that secret space? Was that extraterrestrial because it wasn't conventional aircraft and it wasn't a comet or anything like that. It was early in the morning.
Mhm.
So, Chris, can you tap into that?
I sure can, because I've seen it myself too. So you're not alone when it comes to that. I'm going to be real careful how I answer this here. I'm going to tell you that I feel like it's ET, but at the same time too, you know what they're going to say that it wasn't. But I feel like this isn't going to be the first time. Is this the first time that you've seen that? This isn't the last. Well, that wasn't the last time you've seen. Is that the last time you've seen it?
That was the only time I saw something like that. We saw something else in the sky and just flash at us one time, but it was so far off in the distance, out in the
Watch out, because again, I'm gonna try to stick to the one answer thing here. Watch for that, because what they're trying, when I say they, your guides, angels, messengers, whatever you choose to do, wants to expand your mind. So you're gonna start to see more of that stuff. So start paying attention to that.
Okay, are they the good ones, or are they kind of the dangerous ones?
One question, Laura.
They're just making themselves known.
Thank you, though.
Okay,
enjoy the rest of your night. That's a great phone call right there. Let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, it's Dawn.
Hi, Dawn. What do you have?
What type of work should I be doing?
What type of work should you be doing?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what type of work should you be doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Dawn, you have to turn us down in the background.
Yeah, there's a huge echo.
Okay, sorry.
You can't disrupt Chris Medina's psychic.
I'm gonna answer this for you here. What is going on right now with what you're learning here? Did you go back to school?
No.
Okay. There's some additional learning that needs to take place here. So I don't know if you're planning on going to it, or you're going to brush up, because there's creativity mixed in there with that. So are you thinking about going down that route here? Because what it is that hold on. I know this is going to sound weird. There's a think outside the box mentality here. So what is it that what are you doing about that?
I have 3 business models, and I haven't done anything with them because I've been told that they're too big, and it scares the people I've talked to.
So that falls in line with again. I don't want to feed off of what you just said here, but going back and learning something. So you're going to have to make some sort of adjustment. But you're not. They're telling me there's some sort of hesitation here. So if you're planning on putting something out, you got to stick to what it is that you're doing and not fall back on it.
Wow.
Okay.
That is the answer right there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Don. That's great. It's amazing how you do that, Chris. Absolutely amazing. And let me see here. Let's go. I'm gonna go in order, but I'm gonna play a game with you. Can I play a game? This is just for me. Everybody that's on hold, stay right there. I'm just gonna do this for everybody that's watching on the bunker cam. You're gonna get this, okay? Let's. I want Chris's vibe. Okay, Chris. Right now, what pops in your mind right now? What is popping in your mind?
Your hand.
Good Lord! You didn't just do that. Okay, all right, okay. That was drippy.
What were you doing? I can't see what you're doing. What is it?
I don't want you to see what I'm doing. I want you to. I'm asking you, and that's incredible. I'm going to ask you one more time, because what pops into your head? Come on.
Your hand.
Yes. Take it one step further. Just go with it.
That's it. I'm just getting your hand. I see you moving back and then doing something with your hand. That's it.
Wow. Well, you got it right. You got it right. I turned around and I grabbed a guitar off the wall, and my Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar, and I held it up to the camera. And so as I'm looking at the camera, the only thing I could see was my hand.
Oh, geez.
And I'm trying to adjust, because I'm looking at the monitors, which are backwards, right? So every time I move, it's moving the opposite way, right? So I'm trying to center it. I'm looking at my hand, and I go, "What do you see?" And I'm looking at my hand in the monitor, and you go, "Your hand." And I was like, "What? You got that right." And then, but yeah, you're right. I turned around, and I grabbed that off the wall. Well done, kid. Well done.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the phones. Area code 978. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, who's calling?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Jimmy and Chris. This is Cammie.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Okay. I am great. What's your question for Chris?
I want to know, I want to have closure on a reoccurring quotations dream that I was having every night when I was 4 years old for a couple of years, and I want to know if there's more to what I was seeing than what I recall as an adult.
Okay. With all due respect here, I'm not trying to go at you here, but there's a need to remove yourself from it too, because what you're doing, what they're telling me that you're doing is you're adding things onto it that weren't there. So what was, just real quick here, I know it's one question here, but what was the reoccurring dream here, and how is it different to where you're at now? Because it keeps adding layers to it too. So instead of getting to it, you're burying yourself more into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
The truth of it, I guess, like what I recall is these clown figures coming to get me every night. And they were made out of static.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, like
so
TV static.
So going back to what they said here, you got again. I would never tell you that's an irrational fear or that it's made up or that you shouldn't worry about it here. But what you're doing because of the age and the frame of mind at that time here, you're grown up. So what you're doing is I keep seeing you adding layers to it too. So remove yourself, get back to what it was at the very beginning, and leave that alone here, because you're spinning your wheels on it and over analyzing the situation, and they just keep showing me you going deeper into it here. So again, I don't want to say it's an irrational fear, but nothing has come out of it since then, though, right?
Okay, who's got the computer sounds on?
Not me.
Wow, that's bizarre. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Who is that? You? Okay, that is weird.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I
So
think
you think it's just a?
Hold on. I think I just lost Chris.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's absolutely that's absolutely bizarre. Hold on for a second here. Let me do this. Chris, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay, that's just totally bizarre.
Yeah.
That's totally. What is?
Okay.
Are you sure it isn't one of your phones? Computers. Okay, it doesn't. You know what? It doesn't matter. Moving on.
No. Thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome, my love.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. And hang on, Chris. I'm going to see if I can fix this. Let's go here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Deb from Sacramento.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
Good.
What do you have for Chris?
Chris, hi. I want to know if Lola has a message for me from the other side.
If who has a message?
If Lola has a message for me from the other side.
Is Lola a pet?
Yes, she is.
Okay. The reason why the reason. Hold on one second. No, I just again I wanted to confirm that because they were telling me that it was going to be a pet. I don't get any messages other than the fact that it was a pet here. So again, I don't know how to read that.
Okay, I was just curious to know to see if you'd know she was a pet. So you basically answered my question. If you feel like if you knew that, then that's kind of what I wanted to know.
There you go, Deb.
Okay, thanks, Chris. I enjoy your readings. I'll keep listening. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. And what was so great about that call is it confirmed everything. Just right there. Boom. Done. All right, let's go. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Yeah, it's Frankie for your fingers. How you doing, Jimmy?
Hey, Frankie. How are you?
Doing good. Hanging there, listening to the show.
Okay, so the question for Chris is, this is Frankie Four Fingers, Chris. How many fingers does Frankie have?
Oh, God, I'm going to go with 3.
Frankie, what's your question? What's your question tonight for Chris?
Real quick question. My oldest, will the outcome for him will be a negative or a positive, and will he get on with his life?
He needs to. There's a little bit of and feel free to swap me on the nose if this is over if it's overdoing it here. But he needs to change his frame of mind here because he tends to self-sabotage. Does that make sense?
Ooh, Frank,
right on.
He's spot on the money.
So
and
I would again, I mean, if he's looking for, if he's going to change or whatever, he's got to be willing to do that here. But I hear him in his head talking himself out of things or making excuses for stuff, and that represents self-sabotage to me.
Frankie, is Chris Medina the best psychic you've ever encountered?
He nailed it.
He nailed it. Frankie, you have a good night. Give my best to the family.
Will do, and you too. And thank you very much, Chris.
You're welcome. You take care of yourself.
I thought he had hung up. But, yeah, wow. That was freaky. Let's stay on the phones. Area code 773. You're up next.
What's going on, Jimmy?
It's all good. Who's calling?
It's Paris from Chicago.
Hey, man. What's your, I hope your night is good. What's your question for Chris?
I wanted to ask Chris, am I lucky enough to hit the lottery?
About as lucky as I am to hit it.
There you go.
Clarence, how's your health?
My health?
Mm-hmm.
Am I a little bit, but
okay. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself here. I'm seeing a little bit of concern here. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm definitely not a doctor here, but start minding your health, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Listen to Chris. And have a good night. Am I lucky enough to win the lottery? That's a good answer. Area code.
I'm glad he didn't ask what the winning lottery numbers were.
I know. You must get that every day. I got a lot of noise in the line. Who's calling?
Hello, Jimmy. This is Mario from Oxnard.
Hey, Mario from Oxnard. How are you?
I'm doing good. I have a quick question. I would just like to know, what would my best friend like for me to do with his remains? I knew he contacted me through the other side, through dreams and through other connections, and I just would like to see if he comes through.
Chris?
Okay.
His name is Jonathan.
Jonathan, okay. My question to you here, and again, the way that it works for me, it's completely different than most mediums here. But the question is, why are you holding on to them for? That's what I heard. So I don't know if he's somebody that would joke around about it or be like, just spread them. But there seems to be some humor behind why you're holding on to it for and why you're overthinking it.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is he a joker?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, the way that it came across here is very sarcastic, very jokey, like kind of almost laughing when he's saying it. But I'm not. I know it sounds weird to say that I'm not hearing it, but that's what came in was kind of like a joke here. Why are you holding on to it for? And it just let them go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I appreciate it. Be well. Take care, Jimmy.
Yeah, you too, Mario. Thank you for the phone call.
That was weird. I heard a giggle.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you?
Cynthia.
I'm doing fine.
What's on your mind tonight? What do you have? What's your question for Chris?
Okay, I have a question, and my question is, who is the source? Where does the source come from?
Okay, that's 2 questions. Cynthia, you want to throw in a third? Okay, hold on. Let's back up. Who is source, Chris?
The source for what? What are we talking about? Are we talking about political or?
We're talking about the all.
The all. Who is God? Who is source? Who created the universe? Who is the all-knowing, all-soothsaying?
I do have an answer for that because I've actually witnessed it myself here. To each their own, their belief system here. It is from what I've witnessed and I've seen myself here. It's an energy.
It's the host of Fade to Black.
It is Jimmy Church.
There you go. There you go, Cynthia.
Okay.
But,
could I ask you one more question?
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm asking.
I'm such a sucker for this stuff.
Okay, so if that source is everything of all, how did it become of it all? And where did it come from and where...
Okay, Cynthia.
You know where I'm going with that?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I know where you're going. Uh-huh.
That's a whole show.
I'm telling you right now, it's so weird to put this out there and say this. And please, just with all due respect, just go with me on this one here. It's a combination of all. It like you said, it's one source though.
There you go, Cynthia, and thank you for the phone call.
Okay, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Cynthia. And let's go here. Area code 425. You're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling? I lost that call. Area code 626. You're up next.
Hello.
Hello. Who's calling?
Hey.
This is Jay.
This is Jay?
Yes, Jimmy, it's a true honor.
Thank you, Jay. And the honor is all mine. And certainly with Chris. Chris, you didn't know that Jay was calling in from the other room, did you?
No. Jay, you sound sick. Are you okay?
Yeah, right. I know, right. So, Jay.
Exactly. Chris, just take a moment here. Don't let Jimmy pressure you, okay?
What's your question for Chris, Jay?
Okay. As a child, was I hypnotized against my will?
Ooh.
Were you hypnotized against your will?
Man. Well played.
Right. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see hypnotized, but I don't see that.
There you go, Jay. Chris has spoken.
Okay, just Cynthia there.
What's that?
You should have hung up on Cynthia just like Art Bell would have hung up on her.
No, I don't do that to any callers.
I'm just joking. Have a good night. Thank you, Chris.
Too,
Thank
man.
you, Jimmy.
You too.
Take care, Jay.
Yeah, I never hang up on anybody except for Jay. I almost hung up on Jay. I'm just kidding. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Hello.
Yes, you're live.
It's Dexter Dive.
This is who?
Dexter Dive.
Okay, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Jimmy?
Yes.
There we go. Dexter Dive. From Australia.
Oh, how are you, man?
Fantastic.
Oh, wow.
This is Dexter,
I didn't think I was going to get through.
Yeah, you did. Well, I'm glad that you did. Dexter, from Australia. Hey, did you see the picture I tweeted out of you today?
I did. I put a comment on. I can't believe you keep putting it up. Thank you.
It's a great picture, man. You're one cool guy. Dave, what is your question for Chris?
Oh, wow. All right. Chris, I want to know, is Constance the entity that I know, a celestial being, is she real?
Is what? I can barely hear you.
Okay. The entity I know is Constance. Is she real?
The what noise that is constant?
Entity, the celestial entity that I know of.
Oh, so he's got a celestial entity visiting him, Chris. Mm-hmm. He wants to know if it is real. She is real. I think you said she, right, Dave?
Correct.
Okay,
correct.
There you go. Do 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 dee do.
Honestly, again, I don't want to take away from you here, but I don't. Do you see this entity? Do you see it in form? Or do you just hear?
No, she's come through for a psychic and a medium that I know.
Oh, so you're trying to figure out if another psychic or medium is pulling your leg.
Yeah, because they're asking me, has he heard it or seen it for himself?
Ah, there's your answer, Dexter. Right there.
Okay, so I have to see it for myself.
That's right.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
Okay, that's why you called into this show, Dave. Thank you so much, my friend.
Peace, brother.
When psychics do that.
I know, right? And let me look at the clock. I don't have enough time here to get in another call. So I'm just going to continue to line these up on hold. And let's take our break now, Chris. And then when we come back, we'll continue. Absolutely fantastic job, man. This is so much fun. You having fun?
It feels good to be back, man.
I know, right?
Yeah, where it all started.
Chris Medina, psychic, taking your calls all night long. One call, one answer. More of your phone calls are next. Stay with us.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRARadio.com.
¿Qué tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. This year we've experienced more than our fair share. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. And last month I decided to make sure my family does not have to worry about food should we get caught in a real emergency situation. Introducing Numana, a healthy, storable product that tastes so good that you'll want to eat it every day instead of just during those times of duress. All Numana products have a 25-year shelf life, are MSG and GMO-free, no preservatives, and are made in America. With the Numana pack in your home, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that you've protected your family. Not only have I tasted and tested, I own it. Now you can too. Just click on the Numana banner on JimmyChurchRadio.com and use the promo code Jimmy when you order. In addition to a discount, we'll send you an autographed Fade to Black t-shirt. Seriously. Go Beckley Tappy.
Do you worry a lot? Whether you're a college student, busy professional, parent, or grandparent, ongoing stress and elevated levels of the stress hormone cortisol can rob your memory, your health, and your future. Now you can combat the effects of stress and anxiety while improving your memory and recall at the same time with the dietary supplement Calm and Clever. Studies show that the ingredients in Calm and Clever reduce cortisol by as much as 30% in 1 to 2 weeks. Call 1-800-758-8746 or calmandclever.com.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
Hi folks, what can I say without making claims? CBD is truly the buzzword for health. What does it do? Government institutions will not allow me to say what this wonderful oil does for us. But I can say it's non-GMO and organic. I can say it's 0.003 THC, which in plain English means you won't get high. There are those that want to squash your freedom to buy natural products. Fight back with your purchase power. In the end, it is you that takes care of your health. Go to ancientlifeoil.com. One more time, ancientlifeoil.com.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, psychic Chris Medina is here. He's taking your phone calls all night long. One question, one answer. The phone line to dial is 323-825-5045. I see a lot of people trying to sneak in on the backup lines, and we're not using those. So one phone line, 323-825-5045. Very simple, very fun evening. And Chris, you having fun so far?
I'm having a blast.
You know, you had said to me, I'm coming back to where it all started.
Yep.
You know, and I look back, that was so many years ago now. I can't believe where the years went. But
this was the game changer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm being dead serious. This was the game changer.
And the that night, because we did Bill Cooper, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was so much fun for me personally, and everything that resulted from that.
Remind me to tell you a little extension to that after the show.
Okay. After the show, or you mean after
the show? Yeah.
After the phone call?
It's a little personal, but I wanted to give you this because you're the man.
So. Okay. All right. Yeah. Now I can't wait. All right. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to area code 626. You're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy. This is Olivia.
Hi, Olivia. Olivia, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
It was great hanging out with you.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Hi, Chris.
Every time I turned around, last weekend, Chris, every time I turned around, Olivia, right there. Right there. Oh, she had so much fun. She was just right there in the thick of it all weekend long. Olivia, what's your question?
All over the place.
Yeah, it was so much fun. What's your question tonight for Chris?
My question is, am I an experiencer? An ET experiencer, to be exact.
Are you an experiencer? Is that the question?
Yes, ET, an ET experiencer.
Yes. What this stems from a long time ago, though. So this is something that you've carried around for a long time. This just didn't happen to you recently. Is that correct?
I don't know. I cannot tell.
Because what I see again, I'm going to answer this as best as I can here. I see a connection, but this comes from childhood. This comes from your youth. So there was some sort of there's something that took place when you were younger here that kind of opened that up for you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I pick up here. So to answer your question, yes, but I think it's a little bit more than experiencing it. It seems to me like a knowing.
Olivia. Olivia's tweets just changed their tone right there. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Thank you I know. So very much. Interesting.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Olivia. Awesome. Be safe and be well out there.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Olivia. Great phone.
Oh, you know what, Jimmy? I want to give one shout out here. I want to give a big hug and a big thank you to Ice Adams. Do you know who she is?
No. Who's Ice Adams?
She is a fan of your show. I met her daughter, who introduced me to her. Big fan of Jimmy Church. I think she went to Contact in the Desert, but she follows you. She's a great person. I just want to tell her hi, and let's get together soon.
Yeah. Okay. Ice, shoot me a tweet. Say hello. Where was she from?
I think she's from Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I met her, and if I did and I don't remember, thanks for throwing me under the bus, Chris. I really appreciate it. Just messing with you. Ice, how you doing? All right. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Turn me down in the background. You got to turn me down. Okay, I can't deal with that. Let's go here. Turn me down in the background. I can't deal with that. Let's go here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Gareth Warren.
Hi, Derek. How are you?
I'm good. I love your show, Jimmy. It's an honor to talk to you guys. I'm calling from Maine.
And what do you have?
All the way across the other side of the coast.
Right on. What's your question? What's your question?
Hey, how's it going?
Really good, actually. I have a question about, I guess, really my career path right now. I've had a lot of changes going on, and I wanted to know kind of what you might see for me and if the path I'm on is the proper one.
I feel like the reason why they're telling me that the reason for change here and an upset or fast action taking place here was because of you not going where it is that you wanted to be or hold on. You weren't going in the direction that you truly wanted to go in. So what they want me to tell you here is that you're going to experience that loss again if you don't go down the road that you truly want to go down. Does that make sense here? So if you're doing something temporary right now, that's what it's going to be. Because I kind of feel like what they're doing now is giving you a little bit of lesson and kind of guiding you to go where you need to be here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I went to a field that's definitely not down my kind of path or what I like to do, you know. So,
yeah, I'm a firm believer, Derek, in bliss.
It's Gareth too. It's a weird name.
Gareth. I apologize.
Gareth, like David Icke's son.
Yeah, like David Icke's son. Very well played.
Yeah,
but yeah, find your bliss. Find your bliss, man. Find your bliss.
I really appreciate what you guys do. I love listening to you. I've had some strange experiences in my lifetime with things I've seen in the sky, and so yeah, I've always been a believer in something else is going on. That's for sure. So,
and
one last thing here. What are you doing with with your experiences or the creative part of that there? Because again, I just don't want you wasting your time doing something that's not really you, and again wasting more time. They're opening things up for you to go where you need to be.
I've always been an artist, a visual artist, and a musician, and those obviously are difficult things to do, especially in a rural area where I live. It's very, very, it's very rural. I live near a ski mountain up here. And
one last thing here. I just want to put this out there. Watch for September. There's going to be some action taking place in September. So whatever you're doing now, I feel like is going to be temporary up until September. There's going to be some sort of change in direction coming this September for you. So be on the lookout for it. But you need to take a step back and really think about what it is that you want to do and start making tracks towards that. Because again, they're opening. I know it's going to sound corny, but they're opening the road up here for you to go down where you want to be. So go after what it is that you truly want. Don't waste any more time.
There you go, Gareth. Okay. September, man. Keep your eyes open.
Gareth.
You got
it. Have a lovely evening.
You too, Gareth. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hi, you're live on Faded Black. Let me guess who's calling. Hey, Chris. Chris, focus right now. What's the first name that comes to mind? A first name.
I'm just getting my own name.
just go for it right now. The first name that pops in your head.
Chris. I know.
This is Steve from Bluefield. Steve.
Damn it, that was my next guess. My next guess. What's up, Steve?
How are you, Steve?
I'm great, Jimmy. How are you, buddy?
I am so glad that you called in on this very special night. Say hi to Chris.
Chris, how are you, brother?
Good. How are you, Steve?
I'm great, brother. I'm great.
What can I do for you?
I've got one question for you. How many past lives have I lived?
God, I wish I could see a picture of what you look like because they're referencing your eyes to me right now.
Did you say eyes?
Eyes, uh-huh.
Oh, Steve, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Put that in your pipe and smoke it right now.
What does that mean?
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I just fell out of my chair.
No.
Wow. Holy crap, man. I cannot believe Chris just said that. Hey, Steve, you know as well as I do, he could have said anything.
Anything.
But he said that. Okay.
The suspense is killing me. Tell me what
No. That's tipping our hand. Right now, let Steve and I enjoy the moment. That's all that matters, man. All right, Chris, how many...
I like to fell out of my chair.
I know, right? Okay, we'll tell Chris after. Chris, how many past lives has Steve had?
Again, this is gonna. I'm going with 7. And when they're showing me with not they reference the eyes here, but I'm also I don't know where you live or what your connection is to the 7 C's, but they're saying 7 and then they're referencing the 7 C's. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, I got to think about that one too. I got to think about that one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so Steve, you hang on to the 7 C's part because there's a connection for that, and we'll figure that out later, and it'll come to you. But Steve recently died, Chris. Okay? He recently died, and I am saying it in a very frank fashion because Steve has been with this show nearly from the very, very, very beginning. And then and then he dropped out for a few months, and the Fate or Not family here was shouting out to him. We were trying to find him. We didn't know what was going on. He called into the show one night and told us what happened, which tragically he had died and was found by his daughter on the kitchen floor. He had choked to death, and they brought him back. But about 45 minutes later, by the way. So anyway, when he finally got healthy again, he called into the show and shared the experience with all of us. But when he went to the other side, and while he was dead, he had a vision. And the vision was what, Steve? I'll let you say. Just give me the one word.
Well, the light.
An eye.
Was my, an eye, but it looked like an eye.
Yep. And so
it looked like a giant eye. And then
when this happened, when they reference the 7 C's here, did you visit anything else than seeing that, or were you taken anywhere else here? Because they keep mentioning the 7 C's and they're wanting you. I see, but they're showing me a map of it. So I don't know if you traveled or what it was here, but there's some sort of connection with the 7 C's. But I don't feel like it's a C's themselves. It's a cross. So when you asked how many lives, 7, and then I was like, are you sure 7? And they said yes. Like the 7 C's.
Huh. That's interesting.
I've always wondered that when I was going through this experience, Chris, I felt that I was surrounded by people because I felt that I was in this field with grass about chest high. And I felt these entities around me, but I couldn't see them, but I could feel their presence around me. And I wonder if those entities were my past lives there, or if it was just, other spiritual beings that was in the same situation that I was in. But it seemed to me that I felt like that it was my past lives surrounding me in this field. As I saw this huge eye that came down, and then these two huge massive hands, and then this voice, asking me if I was coming. Are you coming?
Oftentimes, again, I don't want to take away from your experience here, but oftentimes when this happens, and I've seen this and I've witnessed this myself here, I want to say again, I'm not taking away your feeling. I want to say they were your guides. They were people that were there assisting you, making sure that again there's some sort of comfort there with them. I don't know I don't know if you felt that there, but I feel like they were there to assist. I feel like what I'm looking through here, what I see happening is being able to look at it as if it was a television show, kind of watching what was going on here, and them kind of like assisting you, but they seem to be on the side of you. Does that make sense?
Yes, very, very much so, because I was being somewhat encouraged to come on,
to make a decision.
Right.
Yeah.
And I still struggle with the decision that I was making, that I did want to go on into the light, into the next phase of whatever was next. And then it seemed like I was pulled back away from that next step. And I can remember vividly that as I was being pulled back, I guess, into my body, I was grasping for this tall grass in the field as I was, trying to stop myself, from going back.
To me, what I see in this vision here, and again, I hope this is accurate here. I feel like it was assistance. I feel like there was a decision to be made, and it was kind of like, okay, well, let us talk while you just stand here. Does that make sense? Like kind of like you were just witnessing what was going on, and they were getting ready to make some sort of decision here. But I feel like it was assistance here, wondering is he gonna come or is he gonna go back here? What's going on? So it seems like again, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I felt like you were waiting while they were deciding what was going to happen here. Does that make sense?
Well, yes, because I was seeing this, process going on. The entities that I felt around me, because it is like it happened yesterday in my mind.
Well, you know what? Let me suggest this. What about if we're looking at the 7 C's, like the 7 C's and Sinbad or whatever? But what if 7 is the number of God and C's is SEES, not SEAS, and it's God sees?
That could be. They said the 7. They said to mention the 7 C's to him, and then when I said about the eyes before. So again, I don't want to take away from your experience, but that's what I see in my. It's going to sound corny, in my mind's eye when I try to witness what's going on here. Is a decision to be made, and kind of like you just standing there and not sure or not having a say in what's going on. Like things were being talked about while you were there.
Wow.
I just see you witnessing.
Wow.
Right, and I was speaking the whole time to these entities, which I couldn't see, but I, vividly could feel their presence surrounding me, and I was asking them, and I wasn't really asking them, I was shouting to them if they were seeing the same thing that I was seeing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And wasn't getting an answer from them, and then that's when I heard the voice asking me, are you coming? And then, I was like, I'm trying. Yes, I'm trying, because that's part of the guilt that I struggle with. I'm married with, have 3 children, and I struggle with that guilt that I was willing to leave them.
Yeah, well, I can't wait, Steve, for your next phone call when you figure out the 7 C's part. Church, I got it. Hey, Steve, give my best to the
Jimmy,
family,
as always,
my friend.
brother.
Thanks
for the time.
Thank you so much, Steve.
And Chris, you have a good evening, buddy.
You too. Take care, Steve.
Great phone call right there. He is the absolute best, and I can't put it any other way than that. Let's see. Let's look at the clock. Okay, we can get a couple more in here. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Samantha.
Hi, Samantha. How are you?
Good.
What do you have for Chris?
I want to ask, what's been going on with my mother-in-law, and will she get better?
Your mother-in-law. Do you love your mother-in-law?
Yes, I do.
That is just amazing.
How
not amazing that you love your mother-in-law. I didn't mean it like that.
I want to answer this, but I want to answer it in a very respectful way. What is going on with her mentality and her mental health right now? Because to me, again, I don't want to make light of what's going on with her here, but it seems like a lot of overthinking and a lot of doing or bringing this on herself. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely makes sense.
Is she a hypochondriac?
I didn't think she was before, but in the last 6 months, she's been like a completely different person.
Shut up. How do you... Wait. Now I got to... Chris, how do you know that? When you are... I mean, how loud is this shouted into your head? Because, I mean...
Not so much shouted into my head as the images come into play here.
That is amazing. Mm-hmm. Samantha, when he just said that, did you just go, wait a minute, wow. I mean, he could have gone in any direction.
Oh, he nailed it. It's all like a mental... I think she's losing her mind. It was like... It's been so confusing for all of us.
Wow.
Because it literally happened over 3 weeks and she was a different person.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some sort of... It's her... Again, I don't want to make light of what she's going through here. I don't want to take away from what she's experiencing here. But to me, she keeps... Just like the other person with adding layers onto it, I feel like she's doing the same thing too. It's kind of like digging herself deeper and deeper in here and not doing anything about it, kind of succumbing to it.
Holy crap.
And do you think she's going to come out of it or get better?
I question her mental health at this point. Again, I'm not a doctor, and I don't take mental health lightly at all. I just, I'm a big supporter of mental health awareness and all that good stuff. But with her, there's a misfire in her way of thinking. And what I see here is and I reference this a lot in my readings too. There's a misfire, and the alignment. It's not straight. It's kind of tilted here. Do you know if she's having cognitive issues as well with this?
I mean, it seems like everything. She doesn't sleep at night. It seems like she was kind of like, I don't know, going crazy is the only way I can say it. Like,
but there's a nervousness to her too.
Say that again, Chris.
There's a nervousness to her. There's an anxious or like a kind of a waiting, like almost like I don't want to sound shitty, but almost like an impending doom type of thing that she created in her mind here. There's a lot of nervous energy around her because she may not be rubbing her hands in real life, but I see in my mind's eye her rubbing her hands. So that's some sort of anxiousness or not feeling calm or in place here. There's something off.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
Santa, listen to Chris, okay? Just listen to Chris, and it sounds like he gave you exactly what you needed to hear. And I'm sitting here listening to it, and especially when it comes to something like this, he could have said anything. He nailed it right on out of the gate. So just listen to Chris and keep your eyes open.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's exactly what we're thinking. So
yeah,
it's amazing.
Amazing.
So is there anything we could do, or is this just how she has to figure it out on her own?
Again, I feel like it's going to progress. So, I mean, again, I don't want to be doom and gloom here. I feel really bad, but I feel like there's something off in her way of thinking. There's a misfire. And I feel like it's to me it's going to progress a little bit more.
Hey, Santha, have you thought about, I'm not prescribing anything or suggesting anything, but CBD?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, CBD. I would just go and research that a little bit, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a great night.
Take care, man.
Chris, you are amazing, man. Okay, let me look at the clock. Okay, we'll get one more quick one in. Area code 618. You're up next on Fade to Black. Who's calling? What do you have for Chris?
Hey, this is Pat.
Hey, Pat. What do you have for Chris, man? We're up against a break, so I want your answer to come in. What's your question?
Hey, whatever he wants to give me, I'll take. That'll make it quick.
Whatever he wants to give you. How about a cup full of marinara sauce?
Hey, how's everything going with the automobile?
Oh, it just crashed and burned.
How do you do that, Chris? How do you do that?
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I was driving, stopped at a stop sign. All of a sudden, the passenger's airbag just blew off.
Oh, man.
Nobody in the car except for me. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
How do you do that? See, now, if you would have said that to me, all of my cars are fine, right? I ain't got no car issues.
I'm telling you, it just, I mean, God bless my guides. They just come right in and give me what I need. So they want me to ask about the automobile.
That is bleeping nuts. So, Pat, how do you feel about Chris Medina now?
Hey, you know what? He got it.
He did.
I mean, that's out of nowhere. Think about it.
You wanted something out of nowhere. There you go. Hey, Pat, have a great evening, my friend.
Hey, thanks, guys. You too.
Take
care, Pat.
Man, Chris, you're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out.
It's good to be home. It's this glad to be home good vibe.
Oh, man. All right. You know what? Everybody watches. When I freak out, I rub the back of my neck. And I just did. So let's take a break right there. I need a breather. I need a break. So let's take that break right now. Psychic Chris Medina is here. The number is 323-825-5045. One question, one answer. Chris Medina, your calls are next. Stay with us.
Hi everybody, this is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station. Salt Lake City, Utah. Van Buren, Arkansas.
Okay, nurse, let's get this man to the ER stat.
Right away, doctor.
We see this every day. Heart attack or angina pain due to blocked and clogged arteries. Chelation can remove obstructions or blockages from arteries and help avoid painful and expensive surgery. Now there's Angioprim. It's a liquid oral chelation product that you take with juice. You start to feel the results fast. Angioprim increases blood flow all over the body, and that means more energy and strength to take on the day with less aches and pains. 60 years of research has gone into chelation, and Angioprim is the result. A safe and easy way to unblock your veins and arteries from buildup that slow circulation.
Paging Dr. Jones. Please report to the emergency room right away.
Log on now for a special radio offer from Angioprim. That's angioprim.com/radio. ANGIOPRIM. Angioprim.com/radio or call 877-882-7221. That's 877-882-7221.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
What can I say about the most popular tea on the internet? And what do customers say about Life Change Tea at GetTheTea.com? A lot. But by federal law, we at GetTheTea.com cannot make claims to how this product can enhance your health. We cannot even post our testimonies without being in compliance. So how do we get past the hump? Try our products at GetTheTea.com and see for yourself. You can send us a testimony, but we just can't post it. Bummer. Our products are GMO-free and organic. We pride ourselves in being the best we can be, and we urge you to take charge of your health. We're 11 years strong, and many of our customers have shared their successes with friends and family. Protect your colon. Log on to GetTheTea.com. That's GetTheTea.com. GetTheTea.com. GetTheTea.com.
Did you know that when you're on the road with limited data or Wi-Fi available, you can still listen to every minute of Fade to Black by just calling 605-562-4482. No smartphone, app, or internet needed. It saves your data plan and no extra cost if you have unlimited minutes. Just call 605-562-4482. You can listen to me, Jimmy Church, on any phone, anytime, anywhere. Go Beckley Tappy.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why Fade to Black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Our guest tonight, funky, cold Chris Medina. That's right, I stole it. 323-825-5045. One question, one call. I'm sure that's not the first time you heard funky, cold Chris Medina, is it?
Oh, no. No.
I mean, that's your song, right?
Yeah.
I actually met him once at a hotel. We're in Memphis, and he's in town playing. Went number one, right? The biggest star in the States. And we were having an after party with one of the bands that I was working with, and we were up in the Peabody Hotel. And in he walked, man, fur coat, the whole shot, right? And I'm sitting with Bobby Durango, God rest his soul, he's no longer with us, Rock City Angels. And Bobby's a rock star, right? And he's got the focus of the room, and his band is, it's all good. I never saw anybody rush somebody as fast as they did that night. And poor Bobby and I are sitting there like, what happened?
Oh, wow.
But there you go. Okay, let's stay on the phones. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. What? Who's calling? What do you have?
Okay. Oh, cool. My name is Arnie. I'm calling from Wisconsin.
Hey, Arnie.
I was wondering if Chris could tell me what I've been interacting with here lately.
You're interacting with something, and you want to know what it is. Okay.
Are they like nature spirits or fairies or dragons? I don't know.
Oh, fairies or dragons? That's a pretty wide.
Is it going? Is this going on in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's some with all due respect, I'm not going to talk crap about people that believe in certain things, but I'm going to stay away from the fairies and the dragons. That's just the way I do it. There seems to be a little bit of mischievous stuff going on in the home here. So I feel like what they're trying to do is get your attention in some way, but this seems mischievous. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So I don't know. Yeah. Are they moving? Are they moving stuff around?
No, I woke up with first time that I came across this thing, I didn't have my eyes all the way open, but I could see a light, and it sounded like a cross between a hummingbird and like June bug wings.
Uh-huh.
And when it landed on me, everything kind of went, I don't know, numb, Uh-huh. And I moved my hand down. It landed on my hip, and it went away. But then about 4 weeks ago, I had another deal where I woke up and I had a ball of fire in each hand spinning around. And I can still feel, that's been a month ago, and I can still feel it in my palms and my hands. I don't know.
Wow,
that's so trippy.
Yeah, that is.
I get mischievous. So what again? This is what I see in my head as I'm watching what's going on here with you. And it seems like, again, I don't know if they put something there. Like usually with me, what they do, the mischievous ones will come and they'll move my leg at night, or they'll tap my back, or they'll mess with my hair here. I feel like with you, they're messing with you. But again, I know it's going to sound so weird here, but with like a bug, like moving things in your way to wake you up or bother you here, to get your attention in some way. But this seems like childlike, or again, the only word I can think of that would fit here other than childlike is mischievous.
Okay.
All right.
So watch.
When I go by, I don't know. When I go by like hospitals,
I can't hear you.
Pray for them, for great miracles,
Listen, you're breaking up. Your phone is really getting weak. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you'll have to call back, but thank you though.
You bet.
I can barely hear him too, Chris. It was fading in and out.
Choppy.
Area code 307. You're up next.
Hi, Jimmy. This is Sherry from Wyoming.
Hi, Sherry from Wyoming. How are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you doing?
I am great. Yeah, how you doing?
Good.
All right. What do you have?
I just wanted to know if Chris had any message for me.
Where's your mother at?
She's passed.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it with that. Okay.
We
What does that mean?
Okay, we just lost power in the studio. We just lost power in the studio.
What?
I'm not kidding. I've just lost power.
Jimmy.
I'm running backup battery power, and it's running some of the computers, but it's not running the main network computer. We just lost power. Stay put. Stay put. Just stay put. Stay put. Stay right there.
Okay.
Stay right there, Chris. Rita. Yeah, we lost power. Yeah, the whole outside I don't know if we have internet. Wow, yeah. Power's out.
That is nuts.
Yeah, and you guys can still hear me, though?
I can hear you.
Which means we have the internet, which we shouldn't. But the main network feed, that computer's dark. I have battery backup power. So all of the lights went off, but all of my computers are on, except for the main internet computer, which is really strange. The power's back on. Okay. Okay,
Mom.
Wow, that was a trip.
My mother.
Okay, you guys stay right there. I've got to boot this computer that went down.
Okay.
And
I'm tripping out.
That's okay. I'm going to get the network feed back up here in just a second. And then we'll just continue. Okay. Wow, that was bizarre. And you know what? I think, this is what's weird. I think the bunker cam is still up. Right? Bunker cam and audio are good. Yeah, that's weird. That was bizarre. So everybody's watching me right now. And I grabbed a flashlight. I'm in the dark. I could see the computer monitor. It was like confusing to me because I watched all the lights go down, but my computer stayed up because I have all of these APCs. Anyway,
Did that happen when he said that? Or?
Yeah, right. Well, what I did is I went upstairs. I'm underground, right? So I went upstairs and looked around. Everything was black. There were no lights.
I know,
anywhere.
but when I asked him that, did that happen as soon, or did it happen?
Well,
before?
let's hope the power of that question didn't just bring down the lights in all of Burbank. So why don't we go with that for now? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I've got to boot a couple of things here. It's going to take a minute, and everybody is everybody is here. Okay, good. All right.
I just booked Soltech today.
Oh, good for you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me Let me do this. Wow, that was trippy. It's trippy to see the power go out and have all of the computers live. It was like half and half. And for some reason, this one computer is not plugged into the APC. That's weird. And we didn't lose power to the internet. That is also weird. I guess that is because the router is on the APC. Wow, okay. All right.
Well, you know what Chris said to me when I asked that, and he said, "Where's my mom?" And I said that she had passed, and he said, "We'll leave it at that." And then all of a sudden, you just freaked out. And I was like, what the heck? What does that mean?
Yeah, right. Okay.
Crazy.
Wow, what a fun show.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching us on the bunker cam going, wow, that was pretty cool. See, they got to see that, that's what's weird. The audience that just listens on the radio, right? That's one thing. Those Fadernauts that were watching on the bunker cam saw the bunker cam's feed not interrupt. But they got to see the lights go out. I'm sure they did. They probably saw me take out the flashlight and start walking around in here. They got to see all of that, and I probably left microphones open, and so they got to hear that too as well. That's pretty funny. All right, let me. And they're watching this go down. I've got to just let me get the show live back to the network. Here we go. Take me a minute. Wow, that was cool. That was pretty cool. Okay, I will call this number 2 in just a second. Yeah, Chris, you got a chance to relax for a second. I mean, it's got to be intense, to do this, just rapid fire. And making all of these connections, so many of them. It's not one client. It's one, it's one call after another, and everybody's got a different situation. Chris, you still there? I didn't lose Chris, did I? Oh, I lost Chris now. Yeah. Okay, let me bring Chris back. All right. Okay, I'm going to put you on mute. What's your name?
Sherry.
Okay, Sherry, stay right there.
Okay.
Jimmy?
Yep, got you back.
Hey, that was weird. It wasn't letting me pick up.
Oh, really? Well, okay, yep. You're there now. Okay, I'm just give me a second. We're 10 seconds from going live.
Okay. Everything good?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and here we go. Okay, we're back. Lost power here in Burbank. Pretty funny situation for everybody that's listening. In that, right in the middle of a question, we have multiple APCs here in the studio to keep things running in the event of a power outage. And everything stayed live and the internet stayed live. We could have continued on with the show, except for some reason, the computer that runs out to the network, which I just pulled for Contact in the Desert, was not plugged into the APC. And I don't know why that was. So that's why we lost the internet, or we lost the radio feed, but the bunker cam feed stayed live. All of the lights and the studio lights went down in the studio. And so I grabbed a flashlight. I went out and up and to the surface and looked around, and everything was dark. And so I came back down here, and just a couple of minutes later, the power came back on. So we were just on the phone with what was your name again?
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Okay, and so we'll pick up where we left off, and so let's go there. She said, Chris, you asked her where her mother was, and she said her mother passed, and that's when the power went out. So let's pick up where we left off, can we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't like to assume whenever I get a medium reading or somebody coming from the other side, or they want to make contact. I first listen for a couple of times before I answer, and this person was coming through as your mother. So I don't know what your relationship was like her when she was alive here, but when you asked that, they said tell her mother.
Yes.
Okay, so are you how are you doing as far as like the reason why I'm asking here? I know it's one question, one answer here, but there's a little bit of concern for your well-being and your happiness right now too. So are you experiencing? This is not in relation to your mother's passing or anything like that, but just in life in general. How are you doing right now as far as like being happy here? Because there's a little bit of concern for that.
Oh.
Are you okay? Is everything good? Are you enjoying? I know it sounds stupid, but are you enjoying life? Everything good for you right now?
Well, I'm doing okay. Doing okay. She passed about 2 years ago, and I still have my dad here. So I'm married. I have family, so I'm doing all right. I'm doing the best I can.
Okay. Try to do some stuff that's a little bit. I mean, I know it sounds very therapeutic, but try to do some stuff for yourself and kind of take some downtime for you and get back in touch with yourself here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Stacy. All right. Listen to Chris. Thank you. Great phone call.
Okay.
And I'm wondering if she blew the power in Burbank. With that amazing question. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black, area code 808. You're up next.
Hi, Jimmy. This is Adele. I'm over in West Hawaii. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Adele.
Hey. I'm wondering if your guides have a message for me.
Let me check in. Okay. They're mentioning. I know this is going to sound weird here. They're mentioning documentation. What are you documenting?
Oh, document. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm tracking a lot of things in my mind, a lot of situations.
Okay. Are you having trouble remembering or connecting it because they're mentioning documentation? So I don't know if you need to put this on paper or record it. I know when William Cooper came to me, he was very adamant that I write stuff down and then yelled at me when I couldn't remember what it was. So it had me get a tape recorder. They're wanting you to put this all out here to document it so you can get a better look at what's going on here. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Journalize maybe.
Journal or whatever it is that you're contemplating or that you keep running back in your head, because what I'm getting is a lot of internalizing, but there's no output for it. It seems like you're keeping it all in your head here. What are you doing to release it or to put it out to take a better look at it? That's what I guess that's more or less what they're saying here.
Wow.
Okay.
That's gonna.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, listen to Chris.
Right.
Listen to Chris. You wanted a message from his guides. That's the message.
Okay.
And it makes perfect sense to me if you think about it, Adele. Makes perfect sense. You're going through everything in your mind. You just said you're not writing anything down, right?
Right.
Start writing it down. There you go.
Okay.
Adele, have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Adele.
I feel so bad for Hawaii right now. I don't even know what to. It just messes with me. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Hi, Jimmy, Chris. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
I can't believe it. I can't believe I got through because everything just went black.
Yes, it faded.
Everything.
It faded.
Fade to black.
You guys completely faded like the door slammed shut.
Who's calling? Who's calling?
My name is Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. What do you have for Chris tonight?
Well, I don't want to ask Chris the same question. So I would like to know if he can maybe connect with my higher conscious beings, and apparently I have an Arcturian in there somewhere. If you could make any comment, Chris, I'd appreciate it. But I am looking, most importantly, to get some direction to serve others, how best to serve others, how to fulfill my soul path.
Okay, well, that's 5 questions. Chris, can you connect with her?
I'm gonna try to do this all at one time here. There needs to be, again, I know this is going to sound very general here, but what are you doing for yourself as far as like healing and making sure that you're mentally okay here? Because there seems to be some unresolved issues in the background. Does that make any sense to you in regards to moving forward here? I know that you said that you're listening and you're watching for your signs and kind of looking for messages here, but there seems to be some sort of holdback with you in your way of thinking. But this is in the material sense. This is your everyday life here. So is there stuff that that's clearing up, or that you haven't fully resolved yet?
Well, that's a good question. I had a virus many years ago, I think 7 years ago or something, and I've lost a lot of my memory. So I'm working every day to try and pull that together, but I am meditating and attending a meditation class and trying to connect every day. So maybe that's what you're picking up on, is that I'm still trying to retrieve my head.
I'm sorry to talk over you. Don't force it. Let it come naturally here, because what you're doing, what they're showing me that you're doing here is kind of forcing it along here. You're trying so hard to make some sort of connection, there that you're overthinking the thing. Slow down here. They're again, they keep telling me healing and to slow it down here. Does that make sense? I feel like it's intense for you, because you could feel like there's something coming, or you're getting stuff here, but it's not developing as fast as you want it to here. So they're telling you to slow down, and they're also, again, they're saying it right now, healing. There needs to be healing. There's unresolved issues, but this is personal to you in the material world, not spirituality, materially. So I that's why I asked, are you getting over something here, because it's not fully done yet?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll try and figure out what I'm not getting over, but I appreciate it. And thank you ever so much.
You're welcome. Again, this would be it right in here. This isn't spirituality. This isn't the message from the other side. This is in your everyday life here. So again, if you're not done healing, or there's still some unresolved issues that pertain to you, they need to be resolved here. Because I feel like what you're doing is trying to make sense of it, but it's not happening fast enough for you, because there needs to be a go back. I hope that makes sense. It doesn't sound weird.
There you go, Adele. Thank you. I think we lost Adele. Okay. Yeah. I think she was calling from another country. I was looking at the area code.
She was in Hawaii, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy area code. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling? You're live on Fade to Black. Okay, let's go to the next one. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
Stargazer.
Hey, Stargazer, you got to turn me down in the background.
I got you all the way down.
How are you, Stargazer?
I'm hanging in. How about you, Jimmy?
I'm doing good. The bad news is we only have 3 minutes here, so before the break. So what do you have?
Let's get cracking.
Yeah, let's get cracking. What's your question for Chris?
All right, here you go, Chris.
Okay, love.
I need her advice. What does she want me to do?
She needs her advice.
Hold
What
on
does
one
she
second.
want me to do?
Okay, I want to answer the question here, but I keep hearing, does this have to do with the family, with the home?
Yes.
Okay.
Stop, man! How do you do that?
I'm trying to listen to. I'm trying. Being me is very tough.
That's nuts.
Okay. It's in regards to the home here. That's the reference they're making here. So again, can I ask you? I want to answer this question here. But are you married?
No, but the home is spot on, and I'm very torn.
Okay. Yeah, they're referencing something about marriage. I don't know if this is your marriage or the person, or what's going on with marriage here in regards to the home there, because there's that's what I'm getting.
It might be a symbolic marriage. There's no literal marriage. I'm in a position where I have to know what to do with my mother's home, and I'm extremely torn apart about it.
Mm-hmm. There's no plans to move into it or have somebody else move into it.
No, I was looking for advice on how to go about it or what to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just keep it's really loud. I keep hearing the issue with the home here and what to do with it. But then there's somebody coming in here with marriage here. So again, I don't know what that means here. I want to tell you psychically and to give you and I hope this isn't rain on your parade here. But
no.
Yeah, are you? They're hold on one sec. Jeez.
I mean, if there's a marriage coming, it hasn't shown up yet.
Well, I have the funny feeling that in a couple of days. No, hold on, Stargazer. In a couple of days, what marriage means will surface. It could be another couple. Right? Somebody getting a divorce, somebody getting married.
I don't know whether or not the person is referencing marriage in regards to that home here, but I want to tell you, it seems like it again. With all due respect, it seems like it's a hassle to keep it in your hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Stargazer, listen to Chris. Do me that favor.
I'll listen to Chris.
I know.
I'll listen to you too, Jimmy.
Thank you, Stargazer. Behave and be well.
Thank you too.
Absolutely. Let's take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. Our guest tonight, Chris Medina, psychic. One question, one answer. We've got one segment left in the show. The phones have been jammed all night. Thank you to everybody that has called in so far and hanging in there. 323-825-5045. 323-825-5045. More with psychic Cole Medina. Chris Medina. We'll be right back. Tone Loc, by the way.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl Vivica Fox here, and you are listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter.
But listening to Jimmy Church will.
Hurricanes, earthquakes, wildfires. This year we've experienced more than our fair share. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. And last month I decided to make sure my family does not have to worry about food should we get caught in a real emergency situation. Introducing Numana, a healthy, storable product that tastes so good that you'll want to eat it every day instead of just during those times of duress. All Numana products have a 25-year shelf life, are MSG and GMO-free, no preservatives, and are made in America. With the Numana pack in your home, you'll be able to sleep at night knowing that you've protected your family. Not only have I tasted and tested, I own it. Now you can too. Just click on the Numana banner on jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code Jimmy when you order. In addition to a discount, we'll send you an autographed Fade to Black t-shirt. Seriously, go Beckley Tepe. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Tepe.
Hey, can we talk about something serious for a minute? Your age. Getting old has its perks. But remember, being a few years younger, you know, your hair was thicker, you didn't have so many wrinkles, that extra weight wasn't haunting you, and you just felt better. Well, we can't turn back the clocks and go back 10 or 15 years, but you can start feeling and looking 10 or 15 years younger with Nature's Youth RSF. It's a doctor-formulated daily supplement that helps your body maintain its peak performance and fight the aging process. Imagine sleeping better, looking better, and feeling better. See how Nature's Youth RSF has helped thousands of people just like you at nature'syouth.com. nature'syouth.com. The holidays are coming. Imagine how it will feel when your family and friends are asking you what you did to look so good. Your secret will be Nature's Youth RSF. It's time to start looking better and feeling better. Learn more and order your Nature's Youth RSF at nature'syouth.com. That's nature'syouth.com.
Erica, Brittany, Gabby, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight, an amazing show, by the way. Psychic Chris Medina is here. And before I get back to the phone calls, Chris, first off, anybody that needs to get a hold of Chris, you can go to chrismedina.guide. The links for his website are over at jimmychurchradio.com if you forget .guide, but it's chrismedina.guide. And Chris, you've got a new podcast coming out. When's it coming out and what's it called?
We are hoping to release this the first week of July, and it's called In Your Head with Chris Medina.
You're in my head. Somebody just posted, IPD just said, Chris, I don't know what's going on with you or Fade to Black, but I'm getting a lot of activity around my seat here. Also feeling it physically. Now,
tell this person to get out of my head, because the first thing I was going to tell you when we got back on, I swear to God, was the energy is intense. I've got all kinds of butterflies in my stomach. And just the energy is just outrageous right now.
Yeah, it's an unbelievably cool show, you know. Yeah. And I posted out. I expected this. I do. You're Chris, and I have high expectations. But wow, what a show tonight! Just unbelievable. Let's continue this. Let's go to area code 573. You're up next on Fade to Black. Say hi to Chris.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Supposed to be taking a trip here in about 3 weeks, and I was just kind of wondering what you think how it's going to turn out.
I think it's going to turn out well. I think that there's reference to making sure that you let it go. So if you're having reservations or kind of leery about whether or not you should have done this or whatever, let it go. There's some sort of release taking place here. What I mean by release, I don't mean like some big cosmic change here, but some sort of kind of like like a sigh. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, kind of. I booked the trip about 6-7 months ago, and supposed to be going to Hawaii, and all of a sudden, about 3 or 4 months ago, all the
stuff going on. When are you leaving?
The Big Island, Hawaii, and I was just kind of curious if I already had the reservations, everything booked.
Well, and Chris is right. Chris just said, "Let it go. Go.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, don't let that scare you. To me, again, I want to say, and I know it's easier for me to say it than you to believe it, but I feel like it's going to be a good thing.
There you go. That's the right answer.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
There you go. Enjoy your vacation. And you know what's so bizarre with that is you had no idea that it was Hawaii, right? No idea. He is having reservations about it. Of course, why wouldn't he? I would, right? You know. So there you go. Let's go to Australia again. Mark. Yes. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
I'm good, Jimmy. Yourself?
Oh man, what kind of connection do we have here tonight? Okay. I'm doing good, Mark. Say hi to Chris, and what's your question?
Hi, Chris. How you going, mate?
Oh, man. You've got a weird... Are you on speakerphone?
No.
Okay. All right. You sound like you're at the end of a big, dark tunnel. Okay, so we'll do this as quick as we can. What's your question?
Any messages from my dad?
Any messages from Mark's dad, Chris?
I'm going to be honest here. I'm not getting anything from the other side here.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well,
excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks for my call.
Yeah, there you go. And is that a good thing when you don't get messages?
You're going to laugh. I doing these readings, doing medium readings over the phone and tapping into that more over the phone here. I always tell people I get it 3 different ways. They'll actually come through where I can hear them loud and clear, like they're present here, or they'll come in just listening and observing. And the majority of the time, that presence that I feel where they're listening and observing is to make sure that I'm not feeding the person crap. And then the last one is if they don't come through at all, they're not observing. I'll look at a picture and I'll go into memory that way.
Right.
And with his father, I just don't feel anything here. I don't know whether or not it's because I don't know if he would have believed in this kind of stuff here, but it's quiet to me.
Now, I'm just going to do this really quick. My mom passed away 2 years ago. I've had 0 contact. And my mom was into everything. Edgar Casey, ghostwriting, Ouija boards. Was into all of that early on. She didn't do it later in life, but she did it early on. And I thought to myself, if anybody was going to come back and say, yo, it would have been my mom. I got 0 from her, Chris.
Do you want to? That's funny too. I always tell people they're either when again I hate using the word limbo. Like sometimes when there's like a death, like a fast death, they're still kind of walking around wondering what's going on here. It happened so fast here. And other times when like your mother and this I don't feel it for Mark's father as much as I see it with yours, but kind of jumping into something else right away, evolving right into something new. Does that make sense?
Well, with my mom, it does. With my mom, the last few days, and it was kind of sad, but she kept dying, and they were bringing her back, and they did it constantly. They revived her, and the last night, she passed away when I was on the air, and I was flying out the next morning to Florida to be with her. And I told the hospital like 20 minutes before the show, I said, literally, look, I'm going on the air. Just keep her. I just need to see her tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. And that was it. They couldn't do it the last time. They couldn't do it. So I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to her. I flew out the next morning, but she passed away when I was doing the show. So, and I never made a connection after that. Never did. I always thought that she would just, do something, knock something over, do something.
Yeah, like David Oman's house.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like David Oman's house. Let's go back to the phones. Area code 403. You're up next on Fade to Block.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm well. I have a question for you. I've had a few encounters in my bedroom at night, and like I'll wake up and there will be an entity standing there, and it happened 2 times in a row. And both times I went to turn my light on, I was looking at it, and it stood there. It was like 7 feet tall, and it was rocking back and forth. I was wondering, what was that about?
When it was rocking back and forth, did you get? I know this is going to sound weird here. I get the presence of somebody that's mute or doesn't speak. There's something wrong with the way that they communicate here. Did you notice anything about that?
I noticed you know the masks that Native people make, those like really scary looking masks. It was like it had a mask on, and it was red, and it was it looked scary. But I wasn't afraid. I was calm, and I looked at it both times, and it stood there looking at me, rocking back and forth, side to side.
You use the word entity, and I'll stick with that one too. This doesn't seem to be. There's something wrong with the communication. Like almost like if it would have been a person, I would have said they must have suffered from some sort of like impairment, like maybe being having like a mental defect there. There's something wrong with the communication, and that's what I get from it. I don't feel like it's like it's shady or that it was there to hurt you. It just wanted to be noticed. The rocking back and forth is what makes me think about the communication. Does that make sense?
Because when my grandma died, I told her when she died, I wanted her to come back and let me know she was okay.
No,
and I thought that was the first thing I thought. Is because she lost her mind, kind of thing. She got, what is it, Alzheimer's and...
Alzheimer's,
Well, what's your name?
Kelly.
Kelly, thank you for the phone call. And listen to Chris, okay?
Thank you.
Have a great night. And I love phone calls like that. Area code...
That kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah, I know, right? The red mask.
Yeah.
Area code 864. You're up next on Faded Black. What's your name?
Hey guys, this is Monica.
Hi, Monica. Say hi to Chris.
Hi. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Monica.
I have a question.
Hey, Monica, real quick, they want me to ask you what's going on. I know you have a question here, but they want me to jump in here. What's going on with your career right now?
Well, I have new opportunities that have come up before me actually today that I'm hoping will open new doors. I met with someone today that will. Hopefully, I'm supposed to email tomorrow, and hopefully I can work with her, and it might open a new door.
Man, how do you know that? Chris, that's crazy talk, man.
Because my love, Monica's your name?
Yes.
Monica? Monica, I'm going to put this out there because I can hear it as clear as day here. There's going to be some changes. There's going to be some positive changes coming to your career here. I'm going to steal from what you said, some opportunity coming into play here. But this isn't. There's going to be more here. So whatever it is that you're feeling or whatever your intuition's telling you to do when it comes to your career, start doing it here because they're going to help you out with that. I want to say by the time September rolls around this year, I'm going to say towards the end of it, getting ready to go in October, there's going to be a change in your finances with this opportunity coming into play. Does this equal more money for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You've got money coming in. There's some luck coming in when it comes to my career and my career path here.
There you go. Okay, Monica. Now you get a free question. Now you get a free question. How's that?
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, well, my question is about something that has not been sitting well with me at all, and it's not about myself. I want to know if there was any foul play involved, or if we're getting the straight story with regard to Anthony Bourdain's suicide.
Ooh, what do you know about that?
I have. Oh God, Monica, I love you. I got so much to say about this. However, I don't want to say it on the air. I've been warned. But I don't like the word suicide. I just go with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay. It makes a lot of sense for all of us. Yeah. Monica, enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. You too. Thanks so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a great one.
Well, hey, Monica, before I let you go, you still there?
Yes.
When Chris mentions career, and you know that you got this career very significant thing today. What did
Today.
I mean, how does that hit you? I mean, does that freak you out a little bit?
I was covered entirely in goosebumps.
That is just insane to me. Okay,
Yeah.
Monica, call us
My
back.
mind is blown.
Call me back. Right, mine too. Call me back on a fader night and tell me what happens, okay?
I will.
I want you to tell me
will,
before you tell
absolutely.
Jimmy, so email me at chris@chrismedina.com.
Monica, have a great night, Monica.
Thanks. You too. Bye.
That is just amazing to me. Hi, you're area code 805. You're up next. 3, 2, 1.
Hello.
Okay, there
Hello.
you go. Oh, all right.
Hi. I've been on redial for like 2 hours. I got through. Yay.
Yeah, it's I literally probably 200 phone calls have come in just to let you know, and I tried to get So, what's your name?
Come on, I really need to hear from Chris. So this is Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
And
hey, Kendra.
Hello. I just kind of want to do a blank question of any messages for me, Chris.
Any messages for you? God, I don't got messages as much as I do a vision here or a kind of like a little mini reading here. I want to tell you they're again just kind of almost like Monica here, but this doesn't have to do with career. This has to do with your life path here. What's going on here? Because I'm seeing changes coming in on how I'm living my life here. So it seems like it's out with the old and in with the new. Does that resonate or make sense with you?
Yes, it does. Yes,
okay.
it does.
So
very much.
whatever it is that you're there's something significant about your voice and that girl Monica's voice that just came through here. There's going to be wait until. I hope this resonates. This makes sense to you. Now I don't sound like a total quack here, but within the next 2 weeks here, you're going to get confirmation and or a sign in regards to a question that you put out there. I don't know if that means anything to you or if it sounds wacky.
All right. Well, Kendra, call us back on Fader Night and let us know, will you?
I will do that. All right.
2 weeks, my love. Remember that, okay?
Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. I can't wait for that phone call. I know it's coming in. Okay, turn me down in the background. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Karen.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good.
I got a weird echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what that would be.
All right, ask the question really quick.
Okay. Hi, Chris. I was just wondering if you could tell me, please, who are the beings in the red ships?
Who are the beings in the red ships?
I'm going to be honest. I do not know.
Okay. Karen, you got to go with that. You got to go with that.
Yep. Thank you.
Now, Karen, if you find out, let us know.
Well, you'll be with me at ECETI, so we'll all know.
Thank you so much, Karen. Be safe and be well. And I totally respect that, Chris. Totally cool. Hi, you're live on Fade to Black. Who's calling?
This is Phil. Thanks. Hi.
Hi, Phil. What do you have for Chris?
My question is for Chris, and thanks, Chris. Will I be alive when the Earth ascends to the fifth dimension or the fourth density or whatever the heck it's going, if it's going that way?
I'm going to be truthful with this one, too. I'm going to say no.
You're not going to be alive when the Earth makes its ascension.
Oh.
There you go. But somebody in your family will.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye.
There's a lot. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes when it comes to stuff like that. In being held back and not allowing it to take over. I hope that makes sense to people.
Yeah, there you go. Area code 250.
Hi, it's Dallas calling from BC, Canada.
Hi, Dallas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good, and you might be our last phone call tonight. So
Oh, cool. I've been trying for a while. I prayed. I was like, please, guys, get me through.
I've got so many calls on hold. I feel so bad. But Dallas, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. What do you have for Chris? What's your question?
Hey, I have a lot of questions swimming around, but there's one that keeps coming in my head. Like, you should ask this. Me and my stepdad have had a rough relationship. I'm just wondering how I can learn to forgive him and work on our relationship and better it.
I feel like honestly, I know that you're working on yourself here, and there's a little bit of being a little bit over. Again, I'm not making light of the situation here. There's a little bit of over emotional from you, and I feel like with him, there's a bit of stubbornness and a stubborn streak. I feel like he needs to be the one to kind of put the walls down here and not look at the situation as an inconvenience or looking at it in a shitty way. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he just seems he seems like he again. I don't want to crap on him, but he just seems like he like in his like the way that I see him viewing you is that you're making a big deal out of it. Like, it doesn't have to be so blown up or whatever. But we just continue to go forward here. But it's not talking or taking care of the situation here. He's still holding back, and it's going to continue to be that way until he loosens up here. But he's got a real stubborn streak there.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, maybe I'll try to talk to him then, because I don't even think I've really tried to talk about it really with him yet. And
just go with examples as far as like the way that he comes across. Give him something to look at there, because if not, what he's going to do is he's going to try to talk over you or make the situation or downplay the situation. That's what I want to say. Downplay the situation to make it seem like it's not that bad here, because he doesn't want to take accountability for his attitude.
Okay.
There you go, Dallas. Thank you for the phone call. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, okay?
Okay, thank you. Good night, guys.
Thank you so much. And let's relax for a second. Let's all right, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. How are you doing, Chris?
I am doing great. Like I told you, it feels good to be home, and the energy's great here. I love it.
It's that was 2.5 hours. I don't know how many people we spoke to, but that has to be a combination of fun and exhaustion at the same time.
It is, but it's more fun than it is exhausting. I'll tell you that. The energy is great. I love it.
How are you able to, as you know, I just want to wind down, because that has to be very intense for you. But you respond so quickly to each question. Sometimes you pause because you're listening, and I get that. Other times it's almost like, you know, when you see a newscaster, he's got the earphone in his ear, right? And you know somebody's talking to him while he's talking, and he's asking questions, or he's getting information in real time. Is it that way for you?
It's that way because then when you hear me pause or I don't answer right away, it's because I'm asking questions back, because my own Chris self wants to know. I want to wait. Are you sure this is what I should say? So I know it sounds corny and a little bit wacky, but that's how it plays into it.
And so so that's what's going on. The pause isn't not necessarily because you're listening, but because you're reaching out.
The reaching out, and sometimes they'll reference other readings that I've had. Like, this is similar to the person that you spoke to regarding this. So I'm paying attention to what they're telling me at the same time, kind of making my own calculations on how I'm going to form this or word this to the person that I'm reading.
Excuse me. And when it comes in with somebody like, I'm just thinking of Monica or Dallas, who just called Monica, career, right? Boom. It just pops in like that. Do you know who is reaching out to you? Who's
like,
giving,
as far as like my guides?
Yeah.
No, I get that question all the time. It's just a thought. I don't really hear anything. It's just a thought that's placed in my head along with a vision or a scenario to speak about. Like when Monica came through, instantly they're like, give her confirmation, tell her about the career that this is going to work out. So whatever it is that she's doing or whatever she did to change her life around, it's working. So they want me to recognize that right off the bat for her.
That's
she's looking for that. She needs that boost there.
Yeah. Well, when Pat called in earlier and he just said, dude, just give me something, whatever. And you go car, automobile. And he just got in a car accident. And you didn't ask about his socks. You didn't ask about his diet. You didn't ask about his religion. You didn't ask about his love life. You asked about his car.
Mm-hmm.
And that is
and
about
I never would use that word automobile. I would say car, but for whatever reason, it was automobile.
When that happened, I was looking at Twitter because people were doing screen grabs at that moment. And I just sat back in my chair and I put my hands on, I'm rubbing my eyes. I'm just like, man, what? And that was my reaction. It's really, for me, I enjoy it because it's in real time and I can hear what's going on. That's a given. But I react just like everybody else does. And I'm sure that the audience just reacted the same as I did. And it's so enjoyable. Well, again, it's chrismedina.guide. The podcast and all of that information is on the website.
Yeah, the podcast is going to be up. It's going to have its own website, and I will make the announcement within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to give a little teaser preview of the show and then launch it.
Congratulations on your success, man. You're absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to get you and Jay over to the house, and we will have a total foodie evening. Thank you so much, Chris.
Let me just one thing here. I just want to thank you again and again for allowing me the opportunity to do what I do, and you supporting me and just being there and just everything that you've done for my career and me personally. I cannot thank you enough. You're so great. I love you, Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you so much, and we love you back, Chris. And you know what the good news is, as I roll credits, is I get to hear about Bill Cooper, and nobody else does. I get my little private session with Chris in just a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Chris. Stay right there. This is Fade to Black. Thank you, Chris Medina, Psychic. It is chrismedina.guide. The links are over at jimmychurchradio.com. Fade to Black's executive producers, Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Bob. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, and Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster, Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network, and syndication is KGRA, The Planet. Thank you to everybody that called in tonight. Just an absolutely amazing show. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2018 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tomorrow night, our Disclosure Fest special event with Adrian Valera, David Wilcock, Corey Good, Emery Smith, and yours truly. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Until tomorrow night, everybody be safe. Go Beckley Tepe.